Really slow. Really slow there, bucko. Okay. We've had one set since then. We got anything? Nope. It's good. Brr, brr, brr. This guy looks like he'd captain a starship. First time on stream, seeing you not pre-recorded video feels surreal. What it does. How are you doing, friend? How are you doing on this fine Star Wars day? Bronze 10, about to be Legend 1. Best deck in the game. Best deck I've ever seen.
Anduin versus Uther. I shall bring honor to the silver hand.
I shall bring honor to the silver mungus. We keep it tutor, right? Sure. I thought tomorrow is Star Wars Day because it's Revenge of the 5th. All right, every day is Star Wars Day. We're gonna force it, chat. We are gonna force it. Cool. How did just Google? Secret Bleem. What is a Bleem, chat? What is a Bleem? You tell me. Oh my god. Who could have foreseen this? This lunar eclipse. It's not very useful. That doesn't do much for me. This thing has been nerfed. It's very funny. I feel like at 5 mana they could have given it its armor back. That's just me though. Hey, Evan's door. It's like I don't have any silence in here. So I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead, chat. Playing green cards, you see? I am doing that. And I'd do it again. And I'd do it again. Is that anything? I don't think so. I think I play this. Just play taunts forever. Surely you'll be fine. Alright, sick. As long as I'll be fine. I watched your mini set review. I genuinely think we'll see the smallest play from nearly all of them, which is a shame. Yeah. It's like... does look like... maybe not too much play from any of them. Oh my goodness, chat. That is too many damages for me. My opponent is out here just cheating once again. You hate to see it. Wish I had something that, like, did something.
Easier to draw than starship.
Huh. Gotcha. Okay, they can do it. Don't they have to give up the... yeah. I should starship this, right? Here, let's see what the Oh My Yog does. Was it Oh My Yog? Okay. I wish I had a res. If I had a res, it'd be so nice. But I kind of feel like I should do this one. It would give me more armor and it absorbs more. Next turn, no. Next turn I can do this and this. Okay. We'll launch it. And then maybe if we get a res, it'll go nuts.
Time has come. This road.
Ah, too bad. Unlucky. Blem was an emulator that got sued for posting Sonic the Hedgehog crying at their grave. Unlucky. Nice shirt, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Blue Train.
Anduin versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
These halls are sacred.
Ba, ba, ba.
I see you've brought. I see you've brought guests.
Just more Oh My Yog. Don't they know on May the 4th you're supposed to only play Star Wars stuff? Chat, we have a Star Wars expansion. I'm just calling it that. But we have a space expansion, okay? And it's Star Wars Day. And that means everyone should be playing stupid decks like I do. Why do they always gotta make me whiff with that? Alright. Let's see what we've won. This is the better one, right? We'll risk this one. Ugh. What about playing stupid games? Pocket. Pocket is the nuts, right? How can it be a stupid game when it's the nuts? That's my question. Well, that all hurt my feelings, I'll say that much. So 2 of those at least are gonna die. Hopefully these 2... Man. I don't know how I feel about that, other than sad. This thing is a pain for me. It's a stupid game you're hopelessly addicted to. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying something.
Who am I? None of your business.
I liked your Serena deck. Thought that was cool. I'm excited to play this later. Treant Rave. What up, Schmoopy? Alright. I hope this isn't one of those decks where I have to play it for a whole hour to get my first win. Best deck in your wild, in your opinion? Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna play it a little bit later. I think the Mysterious Challenger is really cool.
Anduin versus Urel.
I fight in the name of honor.
These halls are sacred.
The one with Selby? Yeah, it's interesting.
I see you brought.
Is Stacks Paladin a thing again? It is, it is. It's actually our third one in a row. That's hilarious. Hilarious. My opponent is somebody. Somebody. Oh my goodness. You know, is Insight kind of bad if we're running minions that aren't the starship? I wonder, you know, like, maybe I should run a 30 health one and just, like, always get my starship. Or maybe I should just cut Insight because it's stupid. Holy Wrath, huh? I am actually running, like, a deck that can out-armor it. Except that, why are they going to clear my minions? Right? Shouldn't they just, like, chill and wait patiently for their Holy Wrath? What up, Coldstone? Oh, it's the Highlander one. We could be okay then? Maybe, you know, maybe just as a treat for us, they'll, kill my things over and over again until we have armor. Coldstone, thank you so much for the 15 months, my friend. I really appreciate it. I used to run Amanthul over the 7 mana starship and Ceaseless Expanse.
It's your time now. Initializing descent.
You don't think you're gonna grind for Master Ball this month? You enjoy the game in smaller doses? You feel like it's a compulsion more than anything? Fair. Master Ball, for those of you who don't know, is the mystery you never will hear me solve. You'll have no idea. Master Ball is legend in Pokemon Pocket, and it is a bit of a slog. I did it last month myself. I had an okay time with it. Like it sounded like it was going to be harder than it ended up feeling, but it took me like the Ultra Ball tier, which was the tier that was a grind. Yeah, I basically spent like 3-ish hours, 3 days in a row grinding through the first 3/4 of it, and then the last fourth I started getting busy, so I had to kind of scatter that over a weekend. But yeah, you know, like it is a lot of time, I think. and Pocket is like a low agency card game, so you kind of just get blown out with little you could do about it a lot. So like, you know, it could be a little stupid on the mental. But they start you halfway this time, so I'll probably still get it this month. But I definitely can understand not wanting to do it again after the first time. You hit top 100 legend with that funny debt. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Chat, when will the Paladin stop? It's surprising the 5 secret guy is playable. It's cool. Like, it makes sense, right? Like, because you play order in the court to, you know, put your call to arms on the top of your deck so that you don't draw any of your 2s and so that you can play your call to arms. But like Mysterious Challenger is the same way. You want all that stuff on the bottom where you'll never draw it and only pick it out of your deck with Challenger. So for a 40 card list, it seems good. May the Paladin be with you. Yeah, it's true. It's not Star Wars Day after all. It's actually Paladin Day. Why am I wasting my coin here? I'm so silly. Such a silly goose. But, you know what they say about silly geese? Silly mungus. Chat, why didn't this get its 2 armor back when it went to 5? That's my question. Who knows? They just not want a biscuit for the risket. See, back in my day, I could have just played this here. When was this skin from? I have it for some reason. Is this one of the... This is one of the track ones, right? Like, where you get to pick it? Ooh. Not bad. Alright. Alright, chat. Starships are online. Martin Tim, more like Martin Strim. By the way, I look very cool. Well, thank you. Chat, how much armor do I need to survive Uther Paladin? Answer me that. Oh, we're gonna get a win, chat. You'll see. You'll all see. At least some of you will. Over 9,000, real. Good Sunday, Marshy. Hope you're doing well. Playing one of the decks with cards in them. I sure am. We need Theatar armor. At least you can't lose stars. Yeah, I figured. So I wanted to play this one first regardless because it's the one I'm going to post today because it's Star Wars Day. But like, I figured it's good to get this one out of the way early when I'm not losing a bunch of ground. Is today Star Wars Day? It is. May the 4th be with you.
These halls are sacred.
Blah, blah, blah. Insight. I guess. I shouldn't keep insight. I should cut insight. This card sucks. This card draws me Renathal. Right? What should this be? What are we going to turn this into? Cut insight and put outsight? Oh my goodness, you're so correct. No one's ever been as true as you. Palm reading? Is there another copy card? I remember possibly cutting one to fit everything. Oh my goodness, Insight is cracks! Insight is actually the nuts! What are you guys talking about cutting Insight? Draws this every time. Literally every time it doesn't. It doesn't not draw it. Good evening, where did your hat go? I have never worn a hat in my life, alright? I flushed it down the toilet. I can hear Renee laughing in the other room. I choose to believe she was laughing at my funny joke. She's having a family call. Talking to her fam. What do I need here? This one? Oh, this is the Kill Me Dragon one, right? Armor should come in handy here. Where did my lid go? That's attached to the toilet. Schmoopy, by any chance do you have KVLT's extra large Beast Hunter list? Well, That was a comment I didn't need to read out loud. Marshy, where did your joke go? I've never told a joke. I've never told a joke in my life. Not in my life. I only need 15 armor to beat Uther Paladin because the weapon only deals 15 damage. That's true. It's true, actually. Do you know people play Uther Paladin for the weapon? Schmoopy says hi. Hi, Schmoopy. It's me. Parasocial internet friend. That was the only comment I needed to read out loud, in my opinion? Oh, okay, okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Do you think my opponent will kill this for me? Maybe I should, like, include a way to sacrifice these. How would I do it? Can't run Dark Pact. Oh, sweet. They're gonna handle that for me. You'll love to see it. I guess I'm just gonna trade and do this. Okay. New warrior card that destroys a friendly minion and gives you armor. Should run that in priest too. All the class cards from other classes. Gotta run them all. Gots to run them all. You like my face? I like your face. Thank you. Do you think the reborn card that they use in Boar Priest would be good? Alright, sick. That's the card to beat. That's the card to beat, chat. What is that card? Is it called Mungus? It's not called Reborn, is it? You're about to deal 3 damage to my face, Dragon Druid. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you that you would do that? Cool. I think I'll do this. Imagine being bound by rules. Couldn't be you. Fair. Fair. They're gonna bestow these gifts upon the world. I don't like it. Can I kill that? Maybe I need Shadow or Death. I feel like I've been running into situations where I just like I can't kill important things that need to be dead. You know, this might kill it. Hysteria would for sure. I could just, yeah, I could try to get Hysteria, and if I whiff, I could do this one. But I don't want them like gaining a bunch of armor, right? Would be great. But also, they can't die anymore. Uh-oh. Chat, problems. Seance ANR? I could Seance ANR and have an ANR for me. I don't like the part where they continue to have an ANR though. It's fine, don't worry. Oh, okay, it's fine, don't worry. Alright. In that case, it'll be fine, and I won't worry. Do this first. Like a good doggy. I guess I want this to die, right? So. This is not good. I'm so scared. They're about to Dragon Druid all over me. I knew it. That's not Neralax. That's not Neralax at all. Hidden Tech, click their ANR to get the effect for yourself. What a good idea. Oh, did they... I guess it does help a little bit if they're gonna go ahead and like completely throw. That sounds good. I could have gift A&R to get one. Isn't one A&R enough? Is it not? Please kill the A&R. I don't really like the idea that this still exists. Chad! Sure, I'll play this one. Would have been on board. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm stupid, I guess. Alright, my opponent's gonna try to do this to me. I already have this in my hand. It's a shame I wasn't able to kill that.
Time is of the essence.
Do you think they got through my whole deck? Marshy's always complaining. I am. Classic Marshy. Classic Marshy. Always complaining. Broken scan combos. It's so over. It is over. It's as over as it's ever been. Did they get it all? So sad. Lost my Exodar. Yep, they did get it all. I don't even want that last one. Did they just killed the They killed the tree one, right? Yeah, or the breath one. I don't know. Either that or I'm stupid. I must be stupid. Okay, so that's gotta go. So there's that. This is useless to me now. This is useless to me now. I think it's time for this. And then we should like summon this at a certain point and then try to get that back with these rezzers. I think.
Grow big and strong.
Not again. Oh, we just lose. Disaster. Drawing 20 cards, so generous. They can't do it as many times, but they don't need to, right? That's too bad. Oh, that looked like it was going to be an incredibly usable game. Oh, no. I'm gonna concede. I forgot to make my sub. I don't know who you are, but I refuse to play against you. Alright. Did I say high lamp? High lamp. Get out of here, you bungus insight. Is this better than the reborn card? Am I supposed to have the cathedral in here? By chance? I mean, the reborn card is really cheap, right? So we should run that, I think. And then this one is a little awkward. I don't know, let's just run it like that. Wild balance patch when? I actually think Wild's pretty decent right now. I actually think Wild is pretty decent right now. Not really looking forward to a balance patch. How about the octopus to kill your own ships? The octopus.
Anduin versus Villain.
You are always so eager to learn, my pupil.
These halls are sacred.
These halls are sacred. May the fourth be with you, grasshopper. You silly goose. You should probably nerf Draka because of the cheaters. Yeah, that's kind of an outside case, though. Like, Draka the deck, I don't know about Draka the card specifically, but yeah. And animation decks probably should go. But, like, other than that, I think that, like, the wild meta currently is about as good as we can hope for. And, like, tinkering with that is high likelihood of not making a big difference. They will nerf Shadow Step? Real. Real. Just get the bounty board, not less than one, and it'll be fine. I think that's what I would do. Ravenous Kraken. Ah, I see. Yeah, I don't really want to put in other minions in here that my Resurrect will summon, or will get in the way of my beautiful starship tutors. Chat, how do you like my chances? I actually think we could probably be fine, right? Like, coin this out next turn, then we can start rezzing it. Should be okay. Cope? Wow, that hurt my feelings. Did not like it. You know, this might actually be like just a tad bit too slow, huh? A little scared. Calling me scared. Wish I had a copier, right? Like if I had a copier, I'd feel somewhat confident. Why do my opponents always cheat? Running cards that don't exist. How dare you? Alright, not technically dead. I wish I could play... Oh, I could play two of those. I go boop, boop. But then they just kill me over the top, right? They've got something over there. Alright, well. Do your worst, Shadow Priest. Do your worst. It's fine. Shadow Priest doesn't have burn cards. Too true. Too true. How much time do I waste on this before I give up? I don't know. My mana is brutal. Yeah. Never give up? Okay. Deadly Feet. May the fourth be with you, Deadly Feet. Brr, 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 brr.
I see you brought
It's Marshy time. Time to watch Marshy all over them. Alright, I will Marshy all over them. You'll see. You'll all see. Needle Rock Totem. I don't know. I don't know about that one. terrifying. They're gonna draw like 7 cards off this thing. I'm never gonna kill it. Never ever gonna kill it. I guess I want to keep one in there, right? Like, I'll keep the Arcanite Defense Crystal in there in hopes that we'll get Creation Protocol before. And I hope this isn't like a Mechathune one, right? Like, Odin I think I can beat, but Mechathune... doesn't seem like there's a good chance of beating that one. Hi Martian. Hi chat. Is Resurrect Starship Priest a real thing, or is Marshy trolling us? I would only ever troll you, chat. And by that I mean I would never troll you. I would only give you the grade A certified Mungus. Wow. Opponent is playing Velen. Do I even have a Velen playing? What would my Velen plan be? Like, my Velen plan is to get like such a gigantic starship that they lose to fatigue before I do, right? That's like all I can do with that. Brandon to Saradyne Chain Gang is funny. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's pretty funny. Oh, my Exodar doesn't get ratted. Maybe Exodar could kill them? Yeah, I mean, like, could, but I don't really want to hope, you know? Oh, they're starting to get worried about their new rock totem now. They're starting to worry about that now. Tech seek guidance quest for WinCon. Okay, yeah, that'd do. That'll do, pig. Ooh. I was born in the Mungus. Now this is a matchup. Yep. Is Hope a Star Wars reference as in New Hope? Yes, everything is a Star Wars reference. Alright. It's Star Wars' world, we're just living in it. Garrosh has the high ground. Oh no! Alright, so now we can lock them out of the game, right? Like, if we kill enough felons, they'll never be able to play anything ever again. Or, you know, like, okay, we could burn the Velen. I'm not rooting for that to happen, though, because I feel like if the Velen gets burned, then they just concede. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I kind of want to see if I can beat them with my starships. With my many starships. Imagine how stupid this would be if Renal Lone Ranger still worked the way that it used to. A lot of Serenites. The real gameplay was to put that spell on the totem? Funny. Marshy is getting sad about after thinking about when. It's just not very cinema, you know what I mean? It's not very cinema. Ooh, hey you. Well. That's not good. It's actually really bad, right? Like, it's so bad. They're gonna get my Zyrella. I just know it. I just know it, chat. Okay, well, I have to start using these things. It's my new opinion. So... Alright, so next turn I'm going to Zyrella no matter what. I don't want to use Zyrella this early, but if they're going to come in here with their big beef stew, right? I'm not... Like, oh. And they high rolled. Disaster. Well, poop. I don't care about the rest of that, right? Choose a friendly minion. This is really dumb, but I think I still want that, right? So, I guess I'm doing it. I should have kept the Everlasting in hand, just like to absorb TNT, right? Like, I don't want to fill my hand with important stuff that's going to get ruined. It's okay, Yogg will cast Treachery. Chad, I'm so sad. Man, I was excited about this game. And now I think it's going to end in Bungus. Fingers crossed, though. You never know. You never know. Bungus Warrior gets there, I guess. Wouldn't you rather take Yogg and take the ship back? Why are you coming in here with your good ideas and your smarties? What an interesting idea. What a good plan. That is definitely something a good player might have done. Alright, well... cool. Guess I'll go ahead and do that. Appreciate you. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright. Okay, yeah. That's that. Guess I'll do this. Hopefully get Exit our back. Nope. Because my Yogg would cast Treachery? True, true. If they kill the starship on their turn, we die. Why? Are they gonna kill this? Oh no. Hey, look at that. Okay, now as long as we don't like get TNT'd, I am going to play this next turn. Because it is officially enough value, I think. Except like, should I don't know. Oh, I can do both. Nutty.
Those we love are never truly lost.
Oh, because of Odin. That's funny. Alright, well, now we have some breathing room, I guess. And Zyrella allows us to go over the top as far as, like, if Velen shows up. So we have that going for us. Do I play this next turn to avoid having it TNT'd, or do I, you know, get my 5 damage value? Don't know. Lucky trash, real. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that a second main deck? I assume this was a Reno deck. But I guess it's just a funny pile deck. Oh, there's more Velen in there. There's more Velen where that came from, chat. This game is gonna go for a while, yeah. Yep. I wish there weren't 5 more TNTs in my deck. I hope they're all at the bottom 5 cards in my deck. Such a disaster. Or that they get, like, only my worst cards. Alright, well, here's this. Enjoy it. Goodbye, Love Everlasting. Love Everlasting, like, I copied my old list and I just, like, tinkered a little bit. But, like, I don't think Love Everlasting is good in this. I think it's bleh. Is this just Velen Control Warrior? I think so. Unless there's, like, a charge in there or something. Aw, man, how sick was that gonna be? Oh, I didn't draw that. Never mind. Okay. I wanted to put, like, res effect on, like, the reborn on the big one. Do I have enough armor to live through this? Love Everlasting, let us take Yogg. It's true. It's a pretty niche situation, though, don't you think? Like, the Dredge card is probably handier than that. Oh, you know what I should put in instead of Exodar? I should put in N'Zoth. That would be fun. Okay, I need to get those Amulets of Undying before they get TNT'd. Take Velen, you can make your own wall. No, I would need Serenites. Give me something good. That's something. Do I save this for the big one? I guess so. It's like, I'm sad I can't save anything, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not allowed to save anything. Because the TNTs are going to come take it from me. No minions left in the deck, so hopefully it just, like, the TNTs end up destroying creation protocols. And not my amulets, which I need. Oh no, don't get the Wind Fury. If I draw Seance, I can Velen? True. Good point. Good point. Let's draw Seance. Seance, Chain Gang is 6 mana, then Gift Velen. Okay, yeah. If I draw a Seance, that's what I'll do. Ooh. Alright. Well, now I'm going to use Gift on this, right? Because we do Reborn, and then we Gift it, and then we just have a ton of them. That's a lot of armor. definitely don't run Reno Hero. It's true. They have 2 main decks Serenite. It's not a Reno deck. I'll be eating rotisserie chicken in about an hour. Godspeed. This deck is both very greedy and doesn't actually have very much value. How dare you criticize my perfect deck? There's nothing wrong with this deck, other than everything about it. What do we lose? Oh. This one's kind of nice. Aw, man. Should we have copied Odin when we had the chance? I don't think so, right? Because of the Valens. But yeah, there are a lot of like really niche win opportunities for this game that I didn't really think about. It's kind of funny. I just got back from the This Looks Bad chat store. Shelves are fully stocked, unfortunate. True. Not looking too good. Alright, well, I'll let that stick around for the thrill of it, I guess. Eternal Servitude would be a good top deck, right? Because then we could pick the Starship. What's the line from here? Top deck, Eternal Servitude, Profit. Oh, Amulet of Undying is what we really need. That would be the nuts. We're good for another turn, right? Not time to panic do this yet. Although, how much is that saving us if I don't do that?
Guide my hand.
I just do it. I play my cards. Because, like, anything in our hands that is just going to die to stupid TNTs. What I don't like about this is it allows them to play a minion, right? So, like, if they got something out of ETC, like stupid Plate Breaker. Imagine I get Plate Breakered in this game. Imagine it, chat. Alright. I guess that's not happening. Can I please have Amulet of the Undying? Please. Help. Let me do it. Let me at least do my funny. I deserve that at least, surely. Great, of course. I think we're still technically alive, at least. Okay. I'm glad that Bran got a nerf, but I hate how it revitalized people playing Boom Boss and Wild. I mean, it usually doesn't matter, right? Oh, maybe I should have healed that ETC. Oh, they could have just done it here. Am I dead? Not quite. Not quite. Any armor does it though. Like one armor wouldn't. Alright, there, they got it. They got it, chat. Fine, fine. Wow. See, I need to be done by like 1. Latest 1:30 or 2. But that's pushing it. I'll give this deck one more chance to make it a better game than that, and then I'll either switch off or like use that game. It was 22 minutes. Have we won yet with this? Sure, we've won every game. Either that or I'm a liar.
Anduin versus Morgul.
Hey fam.
Halls are sacred.
Good morning. Alright. Crooked Clown. Shaman, the perfect opponent. They would never run Devolve or Hex. You certainly seem pushed for time these days. Real. May the 4th be with you, Crooked Clown.
I see you brought guests.
30 cards, does that mean it's Big Shaman? Can I beat Big Shaman with this? I don't know. I don't know, chat. What do you think, Renee? She thinks Snow Flipper Penguin. This one, I guess. They said 2 to 3, so between 1 and 2. Yeah, oh. Oops, I forgot to mute it. It's over. This was a boring game anyway. Rip this deck? Real. Real and true. What about Resing Sleepy Resident? That would be a deck. Alright, Felix. May the 4th be with you. Always.
To rise again.
These halls are sacred.
Chat, do you remember that really stupid Star Wars movie where Luke, like, very disgustingly drank that green milk? Who remembers that movie?
I see you brought guests.
So gross. I can't believe that scene exists. He goes up to, like, I don't even want to describe that alien. Oh my goodness. He has some kind of space cow that looks a little too humanoid, if you know what I mean. And like harvests its space milk and then drinks it like a weirdo. What a bizarre movie. So many bizarre choices. That was the most bizarre though. Last Jedi, yeah. Like, you know, there are a lot of like in my opinion, I don't know. Like, choices that somebody who understands the franchise wouldn't make, in my opinion. As far as like putting the sequel series together, you know, like there's a lot to like, you know, talk about, I guess, but that milk scene, man. At least that one was funny, I guess. You dig The Last Jedi out of the new trilogy? Word. My older sister really likes The Last Jedi. It's my least favorite movie of all time. Like I really don't like it. I don't know that it's the worst movie of all time. It's my least favorite. But you know, different people, different tastes. I don't hate other people disagreeing with me on that, but like I did not like that movie. I hate it more than Rise of Skywalker. The like what by the time Rise of Skywalker came out, the deed was done. It was already, you know, it's already over, right? Like I do think that like Rise did a bunch of stupid stuff in it, but like The Last Jedi was so bad and so like not wow, that was really unfortunate what just happened. And I can't use any of these, so see you later, love everlasting. I really should cut that card. I don't think it's good in this. Rise like threatened my fandom. I don't know, like not Rise, the other one, Last Jedi. Like I just not like it was gonna go back and ruin the old ones for me, but that like, you know, starting to be tempted not to watch what Disney was coming up with anymore. Like I don't know, it was really, really bad. And like it's not that Rise was good. Rise was bad, and especially it was bad because it didn't build off of what The Last Jedi had set up for it, right? Like it just, the whole series, Last Jedi didn't build off of Force Awakens, and Skywalker, Rise of Skywalker didn't build off of The Last Jedi. So it constantly felt like everything was all over the place. Like there was nothing cohesive happening. And yes, you know, Rise of Skywalker was already, you know, like it was awful, but like, yeah, like it was already ruined. You know, like they can't, there's nothing for me to like be disappointed by. I already knew it was gonna be awful, and it you know, like to be fair, it was worse than I expected. Like the fact that they can't jam our goats, like that was a they can't jam our goats. Let's see them try to jam our goats. All right, that's not happening. Chat, how many of these Astalar do you think I can beat? Even The Force Awakens is just worse. New Hope. I gave them some grace with that one. I was like, okay. So first of all, what was really funny to me, it was really funny to me, like I went to Force Awakens, I had a great time in the theater, and as I was leaving, I was like, wait a second. It just like I was just high on new Star Wars is what was happening pretty much. And what do you think, chat? Is this enough to save me? I was high on new Star Wars, and as I was leaving the theater, like everything that was bad about that movie kind of hit me all at once. It was like I just watched a rehashing of A New Hope, and it was bungus. All right, so like yeah, that one was a cash grab without any actual like new ideas. But like Last Jedi had new ideas, and it was my least favorite one because the new ideas were bad. You know, like, just because something is different doesn't mean it's better or good. You know, like it's just, I don't know. Big hater of The Last Jedi over here. And like, yeah, Rise of Skywalker was like possibly worse, but like I didn't like in The Last Jedi, Luke is not the type to behave the way that he did, right? Like, he's not gonna know his friends are in trouble and not help. Like that's like a fundamental flaw in his ability to be a Jedi, right? Like, he can't put that type of stuff away. He can't retreat and like whatever. But like, that's forgivable. You could say that like Luke was gonna, everyone can fault eventually, right? Like, he had a trauma, whatever. What I really didn't like, I didn't like any of the Poe stuff. Like, Poe was a like mutineer that got his entire team killed 2 separate times in the movie. And like, the powers that be were like, I like him, he's got a lot of potential. No, he threw twice. He threw hard. He got a bunch of his friends killed by disobeying orders 2 separate times in the movie. And I'm meant to believe that that's the guy that has potential. Like, I really like him. Like, the Poe stuff really got me. I was like, no, get that guy out of here. Like, at least throw him in the brig. But like, I don't know, that's no successful rebellion is going to work with a guy like that in charge. Like, you could maybe give him the first one. But as soon as he did it the second time, why are we not throwing that guy out the airlock? So there's Poe, but also the throne room fight. Like, actually pay attention to the throne room fight. It's not something that you like. For me, it wasn't something I had to come back to later. But like, if if you watch that thing, nothing that happens in the throne room fight makes any sense at all. Like, everyone is like sitting there waiting their turn to get hit. It's so sloppy. Like, I couldn't enjoy watching it even at the time. Like, I noticed this right away. I know a lot of people didn't, but like, you can go back and look at it. I'm not saying like, I just don't believe you have to be overcritical to notice how bad the throne room fight scene was. And also, okay, another big complaint was this is the best deck I've ever played, by the way. The other big complaint is the like, use the light speed to cut the Star Destroyer scene. Like, visually, that was amazing. That was an amazing scene to look at. But the it undermines the whole franchise. The whole, like, if you can just warp speed kamikaze into a Star Destroyer, then why, like, when I bring up this point, okay, so why don't they use that tactic in A New Hope? If you can do that, if you can pilot a ship at warp speed and like hit a Star Destroyer, make it explode, why weren't they doing that in A New Hope when everyone was on a kamikaze mission? Why didn't somebody like say, all right, I'll do it for the team. I'll fly one of our precious ships at warp speed into the Death Star and solve it that way. So like, the criticisms I get to that are, like, okay, they just didn't want to die. Sure, they were all signing up to die. They didn't think they were going to be successful. They were just fighting because they wanted to fight, right? Like, they weren't going to go down without a fight. They knew the odds were stacked against them. You're telling me that not one person in the whole rebel army was a hero enough to step up and do that? That's not true. They definitely were. There were tons of people who would have been willing to be the person to fly it in. But okay, so let's say that's true. Okay, let's pretend that there wouldn't be a culture anywhere in the galaxy that was willing to win that way, right? And surely there would be, right? There's bugs out there. There's hive bugs, right? And surely they would be willing to control the galaxy by driving ships at hyperspace to destroy their enemies, right? At least those would. But let's pretend there wasn't. Let's pretend that no sentient being would ever be willing to fly a hyperspace ship to destroy another ship. You have the droids, right? The AI in Star Wars is top notch. You can make like really good droids over there. You can have a droid fly it in, but I wouldn't even stop there. Okay, I wouldn't even stop there. The this one. If you could do that, you would make a hyperspace missile. Like you would program, like you would make a piece of hardware that you could program to hit something at hyperspace. You wouldn't even have to sacrifice a droid. You could just make something that you could toss at hyperspace at something. You know, like if that was an option, people would be doing that. So I thought it was incredibly unrealistic. Not like, you know, when you say something like, you know, it's incredibly unrealistic to people about Star Wars, right? You know, the bad faith response, in my opinion, it's a bad faith response, is, well, it's a fantasy, you know, like it doesn't have to be realistic. Well, okay, sure, it doesn't have to be, but it should make sense within its own canon, shouldn't it? Like like I don't know. It's okay for stuff not to be hyper realistic in a fantasy space, but it should at least make sense within the fantasy that you've set up. So I don't think that's a good response. So that really got me. So the plot was awful. All right, there were a bunch of things that undermined the series. They're hyping up a guy who like was an active force against the rebellion by being too cocky and stupid. Like they're promoting that type of behavior, right? They're promoting like if you don't listen to authority and you do whatever you want when everyone else's lives are at stake and every decision you make gets your friends killed, you are still the chosen one, right? Like you should still be the guy that, you know, should be in charge of people. I believe in you. Like, okay, let's ignore all of that, right? The movie is a wash. I can still enjoy a bad movie, right? Within the franchises that I love. I can still enjoy one with stupid plot, terrible plot points, bad character development. Like I can enjoy all of that if there's the fun fighting, you know, like the fun action. Okay, Mad Max, like that recent one, that was a trash movie. Like if we're talking about like the actual plot points of something, like, you know, this is from like 10 years ago or something. I remember my wife and I watched it on our honeymoon, which was 10 years ago. So, you know, like that's not, you don't watch Mad Max because it's compelling storytelling. You watch it because it's like what's happening is interesting. Like the is fun. Like you like to see the people like pole vaulting off of the stupid looking cars and, you know, Mad Max having to like fight them off. So like, like I can enjoy that type of behavior. So in my mind, like they've already ruined the movie's already bad. I don't like anything that's happening plot wise. We get to the end, at least after, you know, loving Star Wars my whole life, decades of fandom, I finally get to see adult Luke Skywalker, you know, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker in a fight. I get to see him own some punk, right? I'm so excited for the fight scene. And it was nothing. It was nothing. He shows up as a hologram and then farts too hard and disappears. You know, like it just like I was so disappointing. The plot was so bad and the action wasn't even there to give it like some fluff. Like I was so let down. So yeah, I just like I hated that movie, obviously. So I was already out by the time Skywalker came out, right? Like there's a lot to criticize about Rise of Skywalker. I think the like Kylo Ren love sequence was not set up. The goats, obviously that was dumb. The the Knights of Ren didn't have any like the Knights of Ren didn't have any lightsabers. Like why? Okay, so Palpatine, right? I would have loved to see Palpatine come back. I skipped over one of my biggest complaints with The Last Jedi. All right, sorry. Before we go on to Rise of Skywalker, they set up... Can you not run silence in your Shadow Priest deck, please? What is happening right now? All right, I thought I was going to be able to do something here, but no. They're running silence in Shadow Priest. Fine. The Snoke, all right? So in The Force Awakens, they set up Snoke as this big mystery, right? Like, ooh, the spooky new, Sith or dark side potato, right? Like, they set up this big mystery, and they do nothing with him. All that Snoke does in the Last Jedi is Kylo Ren kills him, right? Like, it just like, hey, I'm Snoke, and then he kills him. No, they do nothing with. There's no like big menacing thing. He's just kind of like, all right, we learned about the Last Order, and he so happens to be the head of it, but like we already knew that, so it was nothing. They just instantly kind of like, oh yeah, Kylo Ren's gonna kill him. So like that bummed me out. So thinking about Palpatine made me think like they had made their new Palpatine and they just kind of didn't do anything with him. They just killed him off right away, like after making him this big mystery. Like, do we even know anything about him? Like, don't mention any books to me, right? Like, I don't have to do research before I see a movie. All right, but like, do we know anything about Snoke's history from just watching the films? No, right? So, back to Rise of Skywalker. I love Palpatine. Palpatine is my favorite Star Wars character, with the possible exception of Darth Vader. I love those guys. I would have loved to see Palpatine come back if they had sown the seeds in the first two movies. They didn't sow the seeds. They just kind of randomly like, hey, guess what? Palpatine's back. Enjoy it. No, I'm not going to enjoy it. You threw away everything you set up in the previous movies with the other villain, and then just like throwing Palpatine at the end to appease me because like we didn't like The Last Jedi. So like that was dumb. The Palpatine stuff was really dumb. My problem with Force Awakens and okay, so a place where I think new ideas would have been really good, right? Like, I don't need new ideas in Star Wars necessarily. I don't want the exact same plot points rehashed, but, like, The Last Jedi being a new idea, I don't think worked out for it. It was different in a bad way. But, a place where I think it would have been nice to have some new ideas was, like, what is the existential threat, right? Every movie doesn't need to have a bigger and bigger world galaxy destroying engine. Like, Return of the Jedi having another Death Star was also a stretch, right? Like, okay, a new Death Star is coming up, but like it was almost built, and they did kind of take it in a new direction a little bit. But it's the same existential threat as the first one. I don't need bigger and more scary Death Stars forever, right? That's just the same as like, power-ups in Dragon Ball Z. Like I can only see the same, like, ooh, this is the Death Star, but it's even bigger. There's even more Death Star this time. Like I can only do that so much before it becomes tired. Like the planet this time, the Death Star is a planet, and we can shoot it through warp space to like, kill galaxies or whatever. Like, okay. This time they put a Death Star on each of the Star Destroyers. Like, and if Palpatine's got that in his pocket, why wasn't he using it in Force Awakens? Why did he make the planet one? I don't know. It's all very bizarre to me. I didn't like those movies. Also, I don't like this deck. It's the worst deck I've ever played. Video of only losses. You love to see it. I don't know how long that was. How long was I ranting about Star Wars? Was it half an hour? I hope so, because that's the video I'm making. I started after the Warrior game, right? So 5 minutes. Oh, that wasn't even that long. Maybe I'll... Oh, no. I started it from 1, 7, 9, 12, 15, 18. The deck that can't win. It's gonna be tricky to figure out that one. The answer is because they had no idea what they were doing. Real. It's not about destroying what we hate, it's about saving what we love. I was shocked when people actually criticized Leia and her friend in the movie when they were making good leadership decisions by not letting him lead. I criticized them for not, like, throwing him out the airlock, like, unironically. Like, they're saying they didn't go, they went too far. I'm saying they didn't go far enough. All right, I'm gonna go to the restroom, then we're gonna play these two other decks. I'll be right back. Anyone watch the Thunderbolts? I watched the Thunderbolts. If anything, I think the last couple years and all the new movies gave people a new appreciation for prequels. Okay. If anything, I feel the last couple years and all these new movies gave people a new appreciation for the prequels and especially Revenge of the Siths and Hayden's performance. I think all of the prequels' criticisms are still just as valid. You know, the fact that the sequels were worse, the Star Wars sequels were worse, doesn't mean that suddenly the prequels aren't still, you know, messy. So, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend that this is something. I'm not gonna pretend this is something. I'm not gonna pretend that the prequels were like actual great movies just because the sequels exist. But I definitely think that, like, there is a big soul difference between the prequels and the sequels, as far as like the sequels were absolutely just, you know, a nostalgia grab by Disney. Like they didn't have like a grand interesting plot to story to tell or anything like that. They were just trying to show you something you'd already seen and like belt out some Star Wars so that you would watch it. But like the prequels definitely still had like the right spirit. It's just the execution was a little awkward. I think that Hayden Christensen's performance is not the biggest problem with Anakin. Like, I think why am I facing the exact same deck I'm playing right now? Like the story of Revenge of the Sith, like all the plot points are good. It's just there's a lot of stuff that like, oh, okay, it's not the same deck. There's a lot of stuff that like it felt like George Lucas was too married to certain plot points and wasn't willing to let go of things that were kind of dumb. And like I don't know. I do think that like one of the biggest problems with Phantom Menace specifically was Jar Jar. Like I don't know. There's a lot of like messiness in the prequels, but it was still telling a Star Wars story, I guess is what I'm getting to. People are also nostalgic about the prequels because they grew up with them. Revenge of the Sith is God tier. Yeah, I don't think it is, and I think that the fight on the lava is done. I love Revenge of the Sith. Like I think, you know, I have a lot of nostalgia for those movies myself, and I don't despise Revenge of the Sith like I did when it first came out. The Revenge of the Sith came out right as I became old enough to criticize a movie, so it's kind of one of the first ones I saw. Lethal with a 7-mana spell. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, unlucky. Like, so Clone War, like Attack of the Clones came out, and it was my favorite Star Wars movie, right? Not my favorite, you know. I've always liked Empire the most, but you know, like it was my favorite of the prequels. And then I go back to watch them later, you know, like 5-10 years later, and Attack of the Clones is handily the weakest one, right? Like. I would say if it weren't for Jar Jar, Phantom Menace would be the best of the three. I know, it's a hot take, but Revenge had a lot of nice action, and it had like, you know, a a plot, I guess. I don't know what to say about it. But like, I don't think they did a good job of showing Hayden Christensen, or I don't think they did a good job of showing Anakin's progression to being a Sith. Right? It just kind of happened because the plot needed it to. That's my opinion. And if you go and watch Clone Wars, the animated series, you can see Anakin done well. Like, it's not like there's nothing wrong with the character. I don't even think that like we can blame Anakin on Hayden Christensen. I think, you know, Hayden Christensen was working with like a real turd of a plot there. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. All I'm saying is, just because the sequel sucked doesn't mean that the prequels are suddenly good. You know, like they're good in their own way, because they still felt like Star Wars in a way that the sequels do not. But the they still deserve the criticisms that they had. Is that my favorite wild Hearthstone YouTuber named Martian Boo of all time? What it does, Booger. When is the Martian Booger collab? Also, episode 2 and episode 3 are your favorites. I do not care. Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. I think that's great. I think everybody should enjoy their movies, and despite what other people like so like I don't want everyone who likes the sequels to suddenly not like the sequels anymore, right? Like I don't want that. I don't want to be that person. If you like the sequels, I think that's great. Don't listen to a word I'm saying, right? But if you're gonna ask me about the sequels, like I'm gonna defend my position on them, right? And the same goes for the prequels. I like the prequels, actually. I like the prequels for what they are. I think they're quite bad, but I enjoy watching all of them. Even Attack of the Clones, which I think is like handily the worst one. I enjoy watching that movie. Like all the George Lucas Star Wars, I'm still a huge fan of. I'm an action scene guy. Those were awesome in episode 2 and episode 3. I loved when everyone was fighting in the arena or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, like, I liked that. You missed it earlier. I was saying that, like, it could still be salvaged. Like, the Last Jedi could have still been salvaged by a good fight scene at the end, but they chose to be stupid. I'm not a fan. People like to talk about how cool the Anakin versus Obi-Wan fight scene was, and I don't agree. I think it sucks. But, you know, like, that's not, like... Again, you know, like I don't want to take it away from you if you liked it. I think that's great that you liked it. I thought like Yoda versus Palpatine was kind of cool. I did like that one. I liked Anakin and Obi-Wan versus Count Dooku. I liked that both times.
Time to make my exit.
Mace Windu versus Palpatine. Oh yeah, the Grievous fight. That was a disaster. Like I don't know. Like there's a lot to like about the prequels. I will enjoy all the prequels all the time. You know, like I like all 3 of them. You know, they're bad movies, right? But they're good movies. And you know, like they're kind of both. I don't know. Just as a Star Wars fan, I appreciate the prequels, but you know, I'm not gonna pretend that they're like good films. You know the original series are bad too now, right? Like, how many of you have actually seen the good version of the good movies? Raise your hand in chat. Anyone in chat, have you seen the good version of the original trilogy? George Lucas went back and ruined them. The one that got hit the hardest was Return of the Jedi. Oh my goodness. Return of the Jedi got absolutely decimated by George Lucas going back and making things stupid. There's this whole scene with like Muppets, like in Jabba the Hutt's palace. There's a singer. She's got like a really long mouth with comical lips on the end, and she's just kind of like, you know, singing a little bit. Doesn't take up too much screen time in the original, but then he goes back, and not only does he make her the focus for like a whole 2 or 3 minutes or whatever it is, but she gets like a CGI co-singer that's like a Muppet, and they're singing to the camera. They're not singing to the room. They like sit there singing at the camera. Ugh. It's so awful. There's like a ton of like really bad changes, like in the Return of the Jedi. It's like it's not the same. Not the same at all. So I'm pretty sad. Like I want to be able to watch my Return of the Jedi. I want to be able to watch like my original trilogy, not unruined by George Lucas not being happy with having created such an exciting piece of, IP. Why can't we have that on DVD? Like, why can't we have that anymore? Yeah, I love Clone Wars. I love Clone Wars. I liked Rebels a lot. Rebels is like, so these are animated films for those of you who, not films, but animated shows for those of you who do not know. But they did some prequel series. Clone Wars, which follows Anakin and his apprentice, and Rebels, which like follows other characters prior to the first movie, not episode 1, but episode 4, the first movie. And both of those were good. I thought Clone Wars was really good, and Rebels was pretty good. But my favorite slice of Star Wars, like, is the season 2 finale. Spoilers. With the fight between Darth Vader and Ahsoka. So, like, and that episode really made me realize how much I loved Clone Wars, right? Like, Clone Wars did such a good job demonstrating Anakin as like a believable character, as someone who could fall to the dark side, and like showed his transition, like the type of things that were slowly making him more susceptible to that. And like also making him a likable character. Adult Anakin was just like a whiny brat in both episode 2 and episode 3, all right? Like, there's nothing likable. They didn't take a likable character and then, show me his susceptible side in Clone Wars, or Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. They didn't show me that. They just showed me a brat being all whiny. But in Clone Wars, they show you a likable Anakin, and they show you how he could, he could succumb to the temptations of the dark side. So, like, Clone Wars was awesome, and Rebels was pretty good too. So there's that. Clone Wars was peak Star Wars storytelling. I still haven't watched them all. Oh yeah, super good. And you know what else I liked? The only thing I think I've like fully liked since Blizzard since objection my future side, unlucky. The only thing that I've like fully liked since Disney took over was Bad Batch. Like Clone Wars, like Disney was some, right? Like they did the final season. I forget if so that like Netflix had an exclusive season, and then Disney Plus had an exclusive season, separated by some years. And I forget if the Netflix one was still under Lucas or not. But yeah, so like Disney did at least a little bit of it, and I liked all of Clone Wars, so they get that. But then Bad Batch came out, and I liked Bad Batch a lot. Bad Batch was great. I actually have not seen The Resistance, but because everyone told me it was bad, like, and the people who hated, who liked The Last Jedi, didn't like The Resistance for reasons that I didn't like The Last Jedi. So like, if even the people who like The Last Jedi can't stand Resistance, and the whole thing is about stupid Poe, I just haven't been, I haven't like wanted to waste my time that much, I guess. So I haven't watched that. But apparently it's bad, and I believe it. Are you talking about Star Wars Clone Wars or Star Wars The Clone Wars? I'm talking about the Ahsoka Anakin long-running series. There is also the Samurai Jack style Clone Wars little tiny specials. Those were cool. Is that what you were talking about? I also really like those. So like they did these little, they aired like after an episode of another show was over and before the other one began on like Toonami back when, and they were always like 5 little minutes, like a little section of a little slice of story, but it was by the same animators that do Samurai Jack, and like it looked exactly the same. It was really cool. So a big fan of that. I liked a lot. There's this part where Mace Windu takes on like like hundreds of battle droids all by himself. That was sick. That was sick. He like loses his lightsaber at a certain point, and he starts like just force punching holes in super battle droids. It was really cool. Big fan. That was fun. Kind of lost my train of thought. Blah 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 blah. What am I doing? I don't know. Doing something. I'm gonna be dead, right? So I have to do this. I kind of wanted to potion here, but I guess I'll heal. You remember the force punching hole scene? You just unlocked a memory? Yeah, that's sick. And it gives you some... Okay, Grievous has never been cooler than in the... What it was... So, the Clone Wars was from 2008. The Samurai Jack one is Clone Wars from 2003. That one was cool. I had it on DVD and watched it in car rides. Nice. Okay, so I'm never going to remember that. But anyways, the Samurai Jack one was really fun. And it gives you a lot of context for Clone Wars, the one with Ahsoka and Anakin. But like, Grievous was a menace in the Samurai Jack animation Clone Wars. Like, and that came out before Revenge of the Sith, right? So like I went into Revenge of the Sith thinking Grievous was going to be the nuts. I thought like I thought Grievous was going to be so exciting and cool, and he was going to like take on 5 Jedi at a time. But he was so stupid. He was so stupid. Obi-Wan just kills him. Like easy. Not he doesn't just kill him, like he like the in Clone Wars Samurai Jack style, Grievous does a lot of like really cool moves, and he's like moving around constantly. He's really hard for a bunch of Jedi to fight at the same time. But in Revenge of the Sith, he just kind of goes and Obi-Wan just kind of easily dismantles him and takes him out easy peasy. But like he was scary in the Samurai Jack style Clone Wars. Yeah, I definitely, if you guys want to like spend a really good hour and a half, you should watch. There's 2 parts, like there's 2 collections that end up being like a special all on their own. They came out in 5-minute little bits, but they're one cohesive like little movie if you put them together. So there were 2 of them. There was a part 1 and a part 2, but like it's not that long. It's all really cool. It's like anthology style. It's pretty cool. I like it. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this bit of me talking about Star Wars together with the first bit and call that a movie. Call that a video. That's going to be a project. And now I'm going to play this deck and not talk about Star Wars at all. Yeah, that was really sick, Booger. I loved Star Wars Grievous. Hi, doodly diddle.
Behold the lights inferno.
Behold the lights, potato. Order in the court is going to draw me that mysterious challenger anyway. So I'm just going to toss it.
I see you've brought guests.
Hey, Jonas.
Want to hear my playlist?
Want to hear my playlist? I do. I do want to hear your playlist. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 2 costs. I don't really understand the inclusion of this. Is this just in case you don't find order in the court? I'm just gonna pass.
Must move quickly.
You always call Jonas Jonas. I do like saying J with a Y. It's true. It's good stuff. Call Jordan Jordan sometimes. It's just a decent card. You're just a decent card. Alright, now I'm starting to feel like I should Divine Shield my own face. I'm going to use this to pet that Patches. Then I'm going to Divine Shield my own face. We'll go from there. Oh, you know what? They can just dagger me, huh? It's not very helpful. It's not very helpful, chat. Play 3 cards. Ow. Coin, coin, something. So they could break the shield, but that's it, right? Hopefully.
Burn away your transgression.
I'd really like to be able to put the shield back on that. Oh, that's cheating! No! Oh, thank goodness. All right, we're fine. We're fine, chat. It's over. Oh, man. All right. Cool. Oh, no. Stop it. Don't give it Wind Fury. Come on. Cut that out right now. Poisonous! Guess they could take out this thing.
I swear to you.
It seems good. How am I? I'm well, Jonas. How are you? Mecroga is so snowbally, it is. Do you guys think they're gonna hit me with that thing again? Are they gonna hit me with the that one card that does the stuff? Obviously not at this point. What's that card called? Dubious Purchase. Ooh, I like that. This is better than this in this spot, right? Of course. I think we can come back. I think we can come back, chat. I'm a little hopeful. Just a little. What is Booger doing here? What are any of us doing here? That's the real question. Hey, it's this type of mech rogue deck. I should probably play this at some point, right? It's kind of a cool deck. Amalgam.
Uther versus Uther. I will fight with honor. Behold the light's inferno.
Behold the light's potato. We keep this beam. I'm in most of the Blueprint streams because he streams at the most horrific times. It's true. That is pretty late. Yeah. Man, Blueprints, like, I ended up having chat help me at some point while I was playing Blueprints because, like, I did not understand how I could possibly get that. And after they told me the answer, I don't know how I was supposed to figure out the puzzle that I figured out, like, that we did. I didn't figure out anything. That kind of derailed my enthusiasm a little bit. So I haven't streamed since. I kind of like lost my desire to stream it, but yeah. I also haven't played it since. Hopefully I come back soon. Booger Marshy Schmoopy podcast win.
Uther versus Illidan.
That sounds like funny. Maybe we should use that sometime, at least once, just for the giggles.
The light's inferno.
Was it the safe in the room with the paintings? Yeah. I eventually had chat just tell me, and like I don't know if there's has to be a clue for it in another room or something because like I don't understand how you would possibly get there. Guapo would be part of that podcast. Sloppiest wild podcast that mankind has ever seen. The Martian Booger Schmoopy podcast. It would be pretty sloppy, I imagine. Pretty funny. Well, I have Prismatic Beam against an aggro deck, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume we got this one in the bag. The Coin Hosen, it's a little bit of trouble, but we can do the Prismatic Beam twice in a row. Oh, there's that. I like the part where we don't need to, though. Do I have any tier list? I do have a tier list. I have a hero card tier list on my YouTube. I have other tier lists too. I have revert tier lists. If you want me to tell you a wild Hearthstone tier list, every deck I'm playing is the S tier best deck in the game. And any tier list I'm not playing is the worst, or any deck I'm not playing is the worst deck I've ever seen. So, right now, this is the best deck in the game because obviously I'm playing it, so it must be good. Because I would only ever play super sweaty meta decks. Just saying. That's kind of my MMO. It's kind of my MO, alright? I'm a well-known sweaty deck Hearthstone player. As you can see, I am unironically playing one of the best decks in the game. And that is, you know, very typical for me. So,
Good hit. My turn.
you know, stuff. Make a wild streamer tier list, Marshy. It would be cool. Martian Boo #1. Everyone else #2. All right. Did I do good? Was that a good tier list? I don't like the part where my opponent is like, I don't know if they're purposely playing around Prismatic Beam or not, but like, they're effectively playing around it. They should play in such a way that I can clear their entire board and make them sad. Not in a way that they can do a bunch of damage to me and make me sad, you know what I mean? Sniper? No. if Call to Arms Paladin plays Order in the Court against you, you know Prismatic Beam is coming. And in fact, if Uther is your opponent's face, I think it's a pretty healthy assumption that there's a Prismatic Beam in there somewhere. Like, playing around cards does not mean Sniper. But, you know, I still wish they wouldn't. They should let me win. You agree with this list? Nice. Alright, see, this is good. This is what I want. Hit that again, please. Please. Wait, am I dead? Jeez, not quite, but soon. Alright, so what I like about this... Oh, that's so bad for me. Oh, okay, cool. I get a taunt. Yikes, though. The floats so much mana. I forgot that I had that out. One horse in a dream, chat. One horse in a dream. Can we get there? Do I play Call to Arms or do I play Mysterious Challenger next? Oh, it's over. I can't believe it. Oh, okay, good. Whew. It's not over yet, chat. Oh, it is over. Hit this one. It doesn't matter. No! Why is there so much cheating in the world? Disaster. Martian, because that Starship Priest games went so well, then no deserves to see them. You should instead make a Star Wars movies tier list. Thoughts? I'm just gonna like compile that as a Star Wars rant episode. I'm gonna use like the second half of the Starship Priest and also the Reno Rogue games and just smush them. Ship it. Uther versus Uther.
Begins. Behold the light's inferno.
Why won't they behold the lights, potato chat? When will they do it? Imagine a film tier list and Imperial March duet with Renee at the end of the video. Have we done one of those? I forget if I've done the Imperial March. I think so. Not that I couldn't do it again for Star Wars Day. It's been forever. Like, remember when I stopped doing post-video talks and said, like, you know, I can't afford to do this every time anymore. I'm just going to do it every once in a while. And then I literally never did it again. Never ever again, chat. Oh, this is if they're running Dragon Scale Chumbus, then that means this is Uther Paladin. Uther Paladin, you know, Divine Shielding my own face doesn't do anything, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. But if we can get a Weblord, let's go. Bummer. We might be okay, depending. Also, this after your opponent has at least 3 minions and plays another. Oh, and plays another. They didn't play Nosdormu. Interesting. Okay. What if we, like, rat Nosdormu? What then? Can they beat us if we rat Nosdormu? Oh, bummer. Alright, well. I don't know about this one, chat. Uther TK sucks. We have 2 turns. No, we don't have any turns, right? Because they'll have, what you call it. But can we just kill them? Womp womp, yeah. Ursula timeout, yeah. Haha, what are they gonna do without their Ursula, chat? They're about to be so embarrassed. I wish I could at least mill them, you know? But I can't really. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to attack again next turn. If I could attack twice next turn, right? Like, then we could potentially overdraw the buddy. If he's playing the bad list, we don't have 2 turns. You think this is the bad list? What's so bad about this list? Play Showdown and give them Divine Shield? Hilarious. It's objectively the worst list? Oh, is it? Alright, let's take a little look-see. Let's take a little look-see. Objectively the worst list.
Uther versus Xavius. Behold the light's inferno.
Yeah, I guess it might be.
I see you've brought I see you've brought guests.
Ah ha ha. I see you are a baked potato. I see that now. Ugh. The demon seed. Is there any kind of mechanic you wish Blizzard would develop for Hearthstone?
Flesh fails.
I don't know. I just everything new kind of gets nerfed, right? So like I just don't get excited for things anymore. So like it's kind of a cop-out answer, and I don't like being negative all the time. I really don't. But like knowing that everything that I think is cool is going to eventually get taken away prevents me from getting excited about cool things, I guess. So it's a pretty bummer answer. I won't lie. You know, like I don't like that that's how I feel about it, but yeah. I want I would like hero cards for what I want the most is wild versions of wild Death Knight and Demon Hunter cards designed as if they were printed designed in the style of the sets they missed. So like I would like a Death Knight Galakron. You guys have heard me talk about the Galakron before, where like it would fit really well because there's a Lich King quest where they go back and they dig up the Galakron. Or like, they try to. And your mission as the hero is to go and prevent them from successfully getting the, you know, raising Galakron as a Frostworm. That's where Galakron came from, as far as like its introduction into World of Warcraft. And so like they could make a cool like it's so funny. They can make a Galakron hero card for Death Knight where Galakron is a Frostworm and have it be Hearthstone style what if he actually had raised it as a Frostworm. So I think like I'd love stuff like that. You know, I'd love a Death Knight Illidan hero card. I'd love yeah, before they did Caverns of Time, what I wanted them to do was I wanted them to take the Overload off of Jade Claws and make it dual class with Demon Hunter, if they were going to add like Jades to Demon Hunter. So like as if Demon Hunter was around for Gadget Stand. Like if I was going to get like excited about you know, Hearthstone stuff, that's like mechanics, quote unquote, I guess, that I would like. Is fun throwback stuff. And like there's also what I really liked about Caverns of Time is they went back and they added some stuff to parasitic mechanics that we're never going to get more they were never going to get more support, like Cthulhu and Jades. Like those things, they didn't get enough like to see play in Wild because they weren't designed for Wild. But you know, how cool would it be to get like soul shard support for Warlock and get like, you know, some new that type of stuff. I think that'd be cool. Is this lethal? Some of the max damage I could have done. Pretty sure. So that's the type of thing I'd like. I'd love throwback stuff like that. Do they dig up Galakron and make his bones a nice exhibit in a museum? True.
All of Stormwind shall share my pain.
I scrumbled my potatoes all over the Sunday Mass today, and now my wife won't talk to me. What should I do? Well, you know what they say. Scrumbus me once, Shame on you. Scrumbus me twice. Well, you're not gonna scrumbus me again. Hope that was helpful. Because I didn't know what I was talking about. Chat, do you think I lose? Do you think this is one of those famous Marshy lose times? They haven't even played mass production, right? So I don't think they're going to be able to burn us that much. I'm honestly hoping that Death Knight gets more plague cards in the future. That was a really cool mechanic in my opinion. Totally not biased, deck disruption enjoyer. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from Death Knight. I'd really like it if, you know... Okay, so... Understanding that they're only going to print as many Death Knight cards per set as the other classes, right? Like, with extra cards for Death Knight each set to make up for it being 3 different classes or more. That's off the table. Assuming we only get 10, I'd really like it if, you know, 5 to 7 of those cards every set had no runes. And they were just like, you know, those 5 to 7 cards that had no runes had kind of a base archetype intent. And then the runed cards were different spins on that archetype intent, you know, because then you could print 1 or 2 rune cards for, you know, for each rune per expansion, and then still have all rune types be supported, right? Because they can all use the neutral ones. Was that my first tax paladin win? I had a 5-minute one. I forget if that was worth it or not. Did I mark that one? I don't know. I think adding more plague cards will ruin the game. Yeah, for sure. That's what'll ruin the game. I'd love a DK Highlander card. It's true. Oh, I wouldn't. Is it like it's either gonna be like I don't want to be a downer. Behold the lights, Cablado. Wow, this is a hand I've ever seen. I kept this to have something to play on too, but I guess that's stupid, wasn't it? Maybe it's nice because we can prevent the Muck Morpher from happening. Since I am watching Booger's stream, I wish I could speak better English to participate in his stream's conversations. Weird. Have I tried the Renathal Mysterious Challenger Call to Arms list yet? No. Never even heard it. What's it like? What's it like? Does it have, like, Mysterious Challenger and Call to Arms in it? And, like, Renathal? Does it have those cards, do you think? Ba, ba, da, ba. Schmoopy posted it. It's just extra large call to arms with more secrets and stuff. Oh, so it's got secrets, huh? You think like Never Surrender, Hidden Wisdom, Galloping Savior, stuff like that? Omayog, right? Probably has Omayog in it. Probably. Which chat is better, Twitch or YouTube? I don't know, it's hard to say. YouTube chat doesn't appear to be watching the stream. Found it, Minnie. Oh, you're the bump in the night, are you? The only way to decide is to fight to the death, real. Oh, Muckmorpher got wrecked. That was a bit of an oopsie whoopsie over there, wasn't it? Burn away your transgressions. YouTube chat is better because it has people that watch your streams in it. Oh, okay, Booger. Fair enough, fair enough. Do you play any TCGs besides Pokemon and MTG Commander right now? Right now, I've been on this like Dragon Ball Z. Like I forget. To pull this up. Been on this like Dragon Ball Z kick lately. Been completing a lot of my like. I've been completing decks that I've always wanted to play. This has got to be lethal, right? Well, let's see if I can mess it up. I'm at 7. So if I do this to this... Is it really not lethal? It's like one mana off, right? Because I need to be able to Divine Shield this thing and also play this. It's crazy. Which Dragon Ball card game? I played the Super card game, and that was fun until they decided to kill the game. Oh. I play... The one I like is Score from 2000... I think 2004 was the most recent set. But it was an early 2000s game. They did, like... some other people tried to revive it under Panini in 2014. And that got killed by the introduction... Like, they ported over the Dragon Ball Super card game in 2016. And so... Hasbro or Bandai or whoever does it was like, well, we don't want competing card games, so we're just gonna like shoo Dragon Ball TCG remake. So I actually like lost a game that I loved because of Dragon Ball Super existing. So I'm always bitter towards that one. But like, you know, the Panini version of it. So Score was the one that I fell in love with. The Panini version is also good. It solves some of Score's problems. But both of the games, I think, suffer from bad management. Like the mechanics of Score and Panini DBZ, like just aside from the franchise, like aside from the IP, like the mechanics of them are so fun. Like they're such good card games. But like the delivery of both acquisition and general gameplay has some like really obvious holes in it, in my opinion. So yeah.
Uther versus Zagarus. Behold the light's inferno.
What are my lunch dinner plans? I'm gonna meet my friends over in... Where do they live? I don't know. I have some friends that live kind of nearby, and Renee and I are gonna go meet them for lunch, and then dinner is just when it happens. It's kind of like lunner, as Renee would call it, like because we're gonna get there about 3. What time is it now? It's 12:20. Yikes. How good are we doing here? We got 11 minutes in. Yeah, we could probably finish this in the next, 40 minutes. Be done with this one. Then I have a full hour to get another one. I need to get 3 videos today. My first video today is gonna be stupid. It's just a big old Star Wars rant. Yeah, I don't know what he's making. He usually makes something when we come over. Dunch sounds like you eat while you have a blunt. Big Demon Hunter when? Literally never. Alright, chat, we did it. We survived the watch post. YouTube viewers love a good Star Wars rant, haven't you heard? How should I market that? I don't know what to do. Seems like the type of thing that needs to be marketed, but I like how I've made my own hand unplayable. Schmoopy was warning me about this previously.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Force was with you. Star Wars rant had more passion than the Sticky Fingers rant. Hilarious. Alright, can I play this yet? Sick. Remember when this was just how much it cost? Chat, I don't know if you remember, but back in my day, they actually nerfed Call to Arms to cost 5 for a long time. You remember? Yeah. Them's was the days. Them's was the days, chat. I wish my little marshy heart for a crusade roar. Oh, so nice. That'd be so nice, chat. Didn't it also only pull 2 at one point? No, you may be thinking of Boogie Down. Abba Gooba Gabba! Discard my dirty rats. Not my Call to Arms. So I got rid of Oh My Og, Order in the Court, Prismatic Beam, and man, that's so bummers. Why did I get rid of 5 cards? It drew me stuff.
Let me think.
I see. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Oh well. Hold on, I didn't actually check what happened to them. So they lost their Void contract. I'm sure they're sad about that. Demonic Project. Yeah, can't. Demonic Project Theater. The drink is actually kind of okay. Maybe they would have wanted that. Joke's on you. You gave me Oh My Og. Oh my frog. Wouldn't it have been hilarious if that cast Call to Arms? That would have been sick. Rena so silly it is. Wow. Well, chat, I guess I should have gone face first. I think it would have been really nice if it hadn't ratted that. No. Oh, I guess I should have popped the Divine Shield. Disaster. Oh no. What could save me? Nothing really. I think I'm just hosed. I think I lose this one. I hate this Warlock deck more than Secret Mage, really? Interesting. How'd the Disruption Warlock video do? It did well. It was 1 of 10. You'll love to see it. It should be called 3 Arms. True. I did play against a funny Demon Hunter deck where they used the new Death Rattle package to bring Ball Hog over and over again. Isn't that a standard deck? Can I give up yet?
The victory is yours.
We love to see the 1 of 10s. Yeah. I think, like, I'm probably just going to default to that as my 3rd video. Just because, like, bang that out. think I need Imbue Priest nerf so I can adjust these 3 golden copies I have. Unlucky. I think we lost when they played wing welding. Weird. Pug? Marshy versus Pug. I haven't played against Pug in a while.
There's a bounty on your head.
There's a bounty on your head. There's a head on your bounty. Imbue Mage is my most hated deck right now in Wild. It isn't overtly busted, but it's just annoying play patterns. Yeah, I think, like, apart from, like, Draka cheating, like, animation cheating decks, apart from those, I think, like, if I was going to nerf something, it would be Imbue Mage for that reason. Like, I think it's kind of a gross play pattern. It's obnoxious in large quantities, right? But, like, I'm not really suffering from, you know, a large amount of hatred for Imbue Mage. I don't know. It seems like a questline warrior, secret mage type of deck where it just kind of like, it's really frustrating for, you know, diamond through legend. Like, you know, it's kind of like just an obnoxious thing to have to run into a lot. And there's going to be a highly populated section of ladder that has to face it all the time. And it's going to be annoying. So like, I think that like there's a strong, I don't know about strong. There's an argument for nerfing Imbue Mage, I think. Do I have any friends in Michigan? I kind of do. I know some people, I'm not going to out them to the internet, but I know some people from streaming Hearthstone that live in Michigan. But it's not like they live close enough to be like neighbors or anything. The reason we're moving there is because my wife's immediate family. Oh, too bad. I guess I should have seen that coming. My wife's immediate family lives out there, so like that's the people who are close. Do you have any ideas for new decks with the mini set? It looks super weak, so I'm not really hyped. Hope I'll find something thanks to your videos. I don't know. You know, the spider's putting in work. That's hilarious. I didn't have I couldn't pop the block until the rat, and then like the rat didn't block the pop because of the spider. That was kind of fun. I like how Imbue Mage punishes you. I hate how Imbue Mage punishes you for playing the game, but it feels really sad to nerf Reckless. Yeah. And if you don't play the board, you get Pyroblast T-shirt. Yeah, it feels like there's not a lot that the average deck can do about Imbue Mage. Like, it's not something that, like... It's not something that you can play into well. Oh, I thought I still had what you call it up. All right. Well, I attacked with the wrong character then. I can't really salvage this. Whoops. Whoopsie. So yeah, I mean, like, just for the sake of the population that has to run into that deck all the time, I definitely think that, like, Imbue Mage could be a consideration for getting a nerf, but I think this is, like, there are a bunch of things that you could make an argument for getting a nerf right now, but like if you compare it to other metas that have like needed a nerf, oh man, I wanted to say well played back to him. Too bad. If you want to, if you compare it to metas that have like needed a nerf, right? I think this meta's okay. Like you can play a lot of stuff right now. Luckily, I only play proactive decks, so I almost always beat a Mew Mage. Martian is going to be my state neighbor just across the lake. Will you swim to join Martian stream, Booger? Yes? Alright, very good. Kafka didn't want to play against me. That's fair. Opinion on the McRib. Alright, chat. What do you think I'm going to say about the McRib? I want to hear some guesses. I'll tell you. I'll tell you my thoughts on the McRib. But what do you think I'm going to say about it? That it's barf? It's overhyped? That's what you will say? Alright. Here's what I have, alright, about the McRib. I've never had one. I've never tried it. I don't tend to like McDonald's. Like the regular McDonald's burgers, they're gross, right? As a kid you don't notice, but like as an adult, it tastes like at best it's like high school lunch quality burgers, right? Like it's like cafeteria burgers. That's the best compliment I can give them. But like they have this kind of smell to them that's instantly recognizable. And it's not like, oh yeah, that's a good burger like smell. It's like a, oh, there's McDonald's over there. Like there's something about the way that they smell, right? Like you can tell there's a McDonald's burger in your presence, and it's not like a yummy, I gotta have some of that McDonald's burger. Like I don't know how to describe it any better than that. So anyways, I don't really go for McDonald's that much. They had Pokemon cards recently, so I went a little bit and like, yeah, okay. You know, it was okay to get like some McDonald's just for the sake of getting Pokemon. And I love McFlurries, but I don't go often enough to know that the McRib is there. And then it's like it's like a little, you know, molding of meat covered in sauce, and you put it on a piece of bread, right? Like it's so basic and weird looking. I'm not like excited to have one, but you know, for all I know, it could be the nuts. For all I know, I have not tried it, and I would if I was ever going to go to McDonald's and they had it there. It's just I don't go that often, and they don't have it when I go. If you had viewers that you lived near that played Commander, would you play with them? I might go to a public place that they were at and play Commander with them, sure. And if I had a good time, I might even come back. Did you buy 20 Happy Meals for the cards? No, it's probably more like 5 or 6. We went 2 or 3 times to get Pokemon card Happy Meals. I think I just play this, right? It's a little boring. Or should I get this train rolling? Yeah, we'll do this. Would you play Commander with your mods? I would. You did meet at a card shop? didn't realize how weird it came off. No. Like they didn't come off weird. I was thinking about the actual question. I was like, I don't think I would go to Summit. Like there are people who have been in the string often enough that like, you know, I have a vague sense of trusting them, and so like if I was invited over, if they were close enough, I might go. But then there's people who have been here often enough that I have a vague sense of not trusting them. And if they invited me over to their house, I would not go. So like, you know, with internet people, you know, it's a toss up. So like, as far as like a general rule, you know, like if you know, someone who like, hey, the card shop on blah, blah, blah does Commander, and I know that's kind of near you. Would you want to go? Like, I might go. But for the most part, I probably wouldn't go over to somebody's house. Marcy would never hang with me, confirmed. I might hang with you, JF. Oh my goodness. Do I trust you, Doogie? Yeah, I don't think you'd poison me. Please give 30 subs to enter the Martian Commander pod. Okay, yeah, exactly. How would they know that's kind of near you? Weird. Well, I give like I live kind of near Disneyland, right? Like, yeah, it's like 15 minutes for me to go to Disneyland at most. So like, knowing that, you know, if you are a viewer that lives near Disneyland, you know you're kind of in my area. Hilarious. Eater of Secrets is actually the right choice here, right? Because it's even, and because it's even, it discounts it. I'm not saying I'm coming over, Doogie, by the way. I'm just saying. I don't think you'd hurt me. What is opponent playing? They're playing Kill Me Warrior. Oh my goodness, chat. I win. I win, chat. Wait, do I win, actually? I was just being cheeky, but like... Oh! Oh, Slice Bread, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate you. You're scared of Doogie? I don't blame you. Renee. Oh no. Alright, good timing. Be right back. I'm going to get a rotisserie chicken, and there's nothing chat can do to stop you. The game was unable to log you in through the Blizzard services. Unlucky. Did I wait too long? Am I, like, not in the game? What happened? Didn't he have 13 times 4 damage? Alright, here's what happened. They lost. They lost. Right. Martian banned from Blizzard. GG, true. I can stop you because I ate your rotisserie chicken already? Oh, unlucky, YouTube chatter. Unlucky. Okay, so yeah, we did like end up in some weird potato-based limbo. How did it, like, it's been 20 years, chat, since I would have been disconnected from this game. How am I still in the mulligan? I even had time. You know how sometimes you reconnect and then it takes its sweet, like it just kind of zoops you through? Like you get here and you think you're gonna have a chance to mulligan, and it just goes and then it starts. You guys know. That's weird. That's a weird disconnect. Against Imbue Mage, it doesn't do me any good to Divine Favor my face, right? You're in Twitch chat, not YouTube chat, but the person whose rotisserie chicken you ate is in YouTube chat. That wasn't a comment from me. Picking your cards are really hard. I need at least 30 minutes. Oh, for the mulligan? Real. Don't do it. Don't do it. Here's a trapdoor spider. Here's a Yogg. There you go. I don't know about this Crystology chat. That should be something else. So I was looking and it looked like Prismatic Beam was the best card in the deck, pretty much. You know, outside of Call to Arms. So most people tend to be running one. So I put in a second one, and what I cut was Crystology, and I don't even like the one that's in here. Like, not running that many. I already had 3 secrets up. Maybe it was better to just do this. It's still fine though, right? I don't know. What was I talking about? Don't remember. Oh yeah, but we don't have that many like minions in the deck, right? Like, if with Crystology, like, I don't know, it's like okay. I don't think it's that good. Dirt on my Yogg, real. Dude, my opponent is cooked. How are they gonna get past these things? It's Jover, chat. How do I feel about Tarkir Dragonstorm? That's already out, huh? My buddies and I stopped playing with regularity, so I stopped, like, paying attention, to be honest. Was there something cool in there? Does Renee call you Martian? Yes. Absolutely. Everyone does. Martian's my legal first name. You know, if I was lying. Yes, please. How would the mocha go?
Either the mix or we have just chocolate mix. Like either the granola or just Swiss mix.
Oh, that sounds nice. Second one.
Second one? Okay.
Appreciate you. Alright, let me check on our progress here. Alright, let's do some math, chat. 11, 15, 21, 24. Alright, not too much longer. Has she ever accidentally called you Martian before? Not that I've... No, I don't think so. I've accidentally referred to myself as Martian to her before, though. I did that the other day while we were walking. I was a little embarrassed, but she didn't call me on it. I like to refer to myself in the third person, and since I talk, I guess it's not as true as it used to be, but at least, you know, prior to this year, for like 4 straight years, I talked to you guys more than I would talk to anybody else. So like I got real used to referring to myself as Martian instead of Marshy, which is what I used to say. Or Marshall before that. Do you always refer to yourself in the third person? No, I think I do it a tasteful amount. It's not like I still use I, right? Like I'm not a bit character on a sci-fi show from like some weird planet where there aren't like pronouns or anything like that, so they always say something. But I do it as a bit, you know, like when I want to emphasize something in a weird way. I don't know how to describe it. Just throw it in there sometime. Who is Marshall anyway? Nobody knows. For some reason, I always say we whenever I'm referring to something while I'm streaming. I do that too, and like sometimes I think it comes off as presumptuous. You know, like it's leaked into my real life. You know, we're not going to want to do that because blah, blah, blah. But I'm not actually involved, right? Like, I'm not a decision maker. You're like, if we want to do this, blah, 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 blah. Like, what is this we, Martian? How are you part of this we? But yeah. I die of cringe when someone exclusively uses third person. Do people exclusively use third person? I do it to be silly. I'm not trying to say that I don't do it a lot. I do it a lot. Maybe not as much as I used to, but like it's never been exclusive. It's never been mostly, but like regularly. Like you can't have a conversation with me for like if you had a conversation with me for an hour, that's not strictly true, but like I don't know, depending like. It's hard for me to describe exactly the type of situation where I would refer to myself in the third person. But the cheekier I'm feeling when I speak, the more likely I am to do it. I think it's because I imagine chat is also there with me and includes us. Yeah, chat is around you, binds you, and whatever Yoda says. You've seen people that exclusively use the third person. It like I've received YouTube comments where the person speaks in the third person, but like you can tell it's not to be funny, it's just like they want to speak in the third person and like they use weird terms that I'm not familiar with. And that kind of puts me off, I guess. Like I've seen it be weird. But I've never like met a person in real life who like speaks to me sincerely in the third person. That's never happened to me before. Like sincerely and exclusively. I hate that I talked about Imbue Mage and then just summoned one to beat you. That's what you get. Just normal being online things, hard to describe, real. Well, if it isn't Martian Mew, my 151st favorite Hearthstone streamer, I understood that reference. Bum ba ba dum ba ba da. Bum ba ba dum ba ba da. Uther versus Anduin. I'll show you who's versus Anduin. Oh, versus Priest, I should keep this, huh? Should I keep that? I don't know. I don't know, chat. You tell me. This hand seems good. Showdown Prismatic Beam is so nasty, chat. I wasn't expecting a Prismatic Beam revert. I wasn't expecting it. That was pretty left field to me.
Relax your mind.
Pirates ahoy! Thank you. Are there meta decks that you feel like you just can't win with? For me, it's Tax Paladin and 40 card Shadow Priest. There definitely have been in the past. There have been, okay, so not that I just can't win with, but I just can't climb with, and half the time, it's not like, this is so stupid, we just win. We play Showdown Beam, then we just win, it's just over. You know, if it's deck with really low agency, I can't get into it. You know, like, I can't, maybe the deck is good, but I'm not making good plays because I'm not engaged, right? Like, I can't actually pay attention because the deck is so boring. That's happened to me before. Shadow Priest is one of those decks. Like, there's nothing really interesting to do other than mulligan and then play green cards, you know. So, like, what happens in the game is largely dependent on your opponent, not on you. So can't quite do that, can I? I don't think I have a lethal here. And so, like, when I'm not actually making decisions, I'm not having any fun, and sometimes I just, like, I can't stay checked in, and so I still have to do things correctly, but like, if I'm not paying attention, I can't do them correctly. So and like, if my enthusiasm isn't there, it only takes a loss or two to make me not want to play anymore. So, like, there's decks that I can't climb with, and like, there have also been decks where, you know, people swear that it's the nuts, and then I try to take it to ladder and I play for 15 games and I just lose, you know, 12 of those games. Do we count mill as meta? I don't think that there's like a strong meta list, you know. I don't think there's like a good deck, a good mill list that is, like, I wouldn't consider that part of this conversation, I guess. I mean, like, as a concept, I guess it's meta, but like, I don't think it's one of the strong decks right now, so. I think we won, chat. I think we played the two broken cards together and we won. That's how I feel about Shadow Priest. My win-loss is determined by your draw. Yeah. Martian Stew demolishing ladder as usual. Hi, Pug. GG's earlier. Can I be done with this deck? 4 minutes. I have to do math again. Hold on. So 11, 15, 21, 24, 27, 31. Thank goodness. All right. So that's last tax. I don't have another deck to play anymore. I was going to play Rena Rogue and it ended up being spooky, so I pooped on it. So now what do? What's next? 12:56, so I don't have time to figure it out. So I'm just gonna play Reno Lock again. Like, I have to be done. I have to be done like really fast. I don't have time to experiment with anything. Ugh. I hate that it does this, chat. Like, I have to, like, it defaults to putting my golden one in the ETC. Oh my goodness, I did it. Stupid. Ba, ba, ba. So I have to, like, fix it every time I have 1-in-1. Just like, that's how they get you, chat. That's how they get you to craft a golden thing that you would only ever play because of ETC. Oh, I'm stupid. No. Funniest deck in the format for sure. Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing it, and all we need is like, you know, a couple good games, right? Because they tend to go a little longer. Maybe add some new funnies. I really would, but I just have to build this out. Like, ideally, I'll be done in no more than 40 minutes. If I get like close to 30, I'll probably just call it.
Ragnaros versus Lady Vash.
Your time ends now. I'll show you whose time ends now. Lady Squash. Look at this curve, chat. Kobold Librarian into Fractured Paladin. Fractured Paladin. Into Fractured Power. Into Wop Wop.
I see you've brought guests.
By which I mean, we don't get to play this on 3.
Brought guests.
Little kobold here, little kobold there. Here a kobold, there a kobold. Everywhere a kobold. You can get Signature Black Knight by having him in the ETC. I'd heard, yeah, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I never realized Dirty Rat was a kobold. I thought it was just a rat. It is a kobold. It's a rat because he, like, tells people stuff. And he also looks vaguely like a rat because kobolds do. But here we go. Hey, big ol' Sarah. That's gonna be hard to remove. Dirty Rat doesn't have a candle. That's true, it doesn't have a candle. Oh, I actually would have really liked that wing welding. You feel like we're dying? Yeah. Mistakes may have been made. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. I think it's up to... Okay, so is there something I could get with Finley that would be better than this? Not really. Okay, like Soul Freeze. But otherwise, no, right? So what we really want is a swift death. None of this does anything. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Maybe he has a candle somewhere you can't see, and that's why he's dirty. True. Could be. Martian Boo, can you use Refum as a skin? I can. I can do that. Will I? Unlikely. Is that what you wanted to hear? Is that what you wanted to hear?
I see you've brought game.
Hey Marshy, is there a link where you can view all your deck lists, or is it just your channel? It's just my channel, unfortunately. Oh, does that work? I'd be sick if that worked. Does that show you all my decks? Or does it just show you the active one? There's like a command in my chat. Show stuff. Is my deck too small? Man, why'd you have to show up now? Stolen goods, huh? Maybe this will hit Timeline Accelerator. Hey, it was worth it. It was worth it, chat. Yeah, we ruined their win con.
Ragnaros versus Talanji.
Versus Talanji.
Even here.
So your power is unlimited, huh? I see how it is. Is this gonna be Shadows Priest? Wow.
I see you've brought guests.
Relax your mind.
So I would want to play this on 3 so I could coin Ziliax on 5.
Starting the operation.
I also kind of just want to coin Hysteria. Remember when Hysteria used to cost 3 for like 2 seconds? What do I think original Thrall DK did? Something freezy. I don't know exactly what. Like, I don't have an idea, but I mean, its battle cry could have been freeze the whole board, and its hero power could have been either freeze a random enemy minion or freeze target enemy. But I'm sure it was something freeze related. I think coin Zilly is going to be better than Hysteria into... No, Hysteria coin Reno is probably better. And then if they do this again to us somehow... Actually cleared less than I was expecting. I'm sure it's still fine though. If they do manage to play Neophyte again, I could just play the Ziliax. Did I just lose? Okay, good. I was like, sometimes like that cadence means they have the win and they're just like doing it really quick. But nah, we're fine. We lived to eat another spaghetti. Why is Ragnaros saying his power is unlimited? Isn't his power 8? True. True. But he can do it an unlimited number of times. So there's that.
My revenge will come.
Stomping the Shadow Priests. Chicken. Renee made me coffee with hot chocolate powder. So good. So good. Oh my goodness, we got the Soul Seeker. Chat, I put Soul Seeker on my thumbnail the other day for Arena Lock, and the video did really well, but I was like, after I made that thumbnail, I was like, wow, this is my worst thumbnail in a long time. There's no way this video is going to do well. But sure enough, I don't think thumbnails have high impact. I don't think thumbnails have high impact on whether or not somebody watches a video. I think, like, the deck that you are playing and possibly the title and most importantly the first game of the video, I think, are the biggest factors leading to whether or not a video does well. Like what you actually put in the thumbnail, I don't think. I think you can, like, I think you have to hit a certain bar, right? Like, you have to hit a bar of. Oh, is this better? I could still coin Reno if I do this now. I would be at 17. They'd still have a 2-1 on board. Next turn, I could Zephyrus into something. And then the turn after that, I could coin Reno. I think that's better. Good luck, Martian. I hope your day is well. Today's an overstim day, so I'm curled up in bed with my cat. Hey, Ash. Good to see you. Hope, does it, like, overstimmed as in, like, stretched a little thin, maybe? Anyways, I hope you're well. And if you're, needing some peace, I hope you get your peace. I just don't like when a thumbnail features a card and the card isn't even in the deck in the video. Maybe that's what I should do. Yeah, I don't think that type of thing matters too much either. I do like go out of my way, like, if a card is in my deck but isn't showcased at all, I try not to put it in the thumbnail because, like, you know, if it either, like, didn't get showcased at all or, like, didn't really get showcased, I try not to use it. But, like, the problem with that is sometimes that was the only exciting card in your deck, right? So, like, I guess I can tap, right? I think so. Like, if you don't use that, then there's nothing interesting to put in your thumbnail. So I don't know. It's tricky. It can be tricky. Overstand is in too much sensory overload yesterday. My brain kind of stops working. I hear that. You're helping running a karate tournament. It was a lot. Interesting. People love Soul Seeker silliness. I mean, they might like the Soul Seeker interactions, but, like, it's such a nothing visual. Like, I don't think it's a hook. But, you know, they watched it. Visual hook is the minion itself. I don't know, I'm not convinced. Like, it doesn't look like anything. It doesn't have a face. It's just kind of like a splorp. It's like you have to be familiar with the minion already to be invested in the video, or like invested in the thumbnail. But, like, I'm pulling this from my experience doing thumbnails otherwise. Like, when I do a thumbnail, if it looks vaguely like a if it looks anything close to the style of thumbnail that I regularly do, I don't get percentage point differences when I do the, like, A/B testing that YouTube features. It'll be like a 49.9% versus a 50.1% in almost every case. So like what I like, if I change the character, nothing changes. If I change the colors, nothing changes. If I do like a, you know, my current thumbnail style versus my old thumbnail style, nothing changes. So like once you hit a certain bar, I don't think what you do specifically in a thumbnail matters too much. I think deck concept is much more important for the algorithm, and how much people actually watch. Like, yeah, that's why I said like the first, you know, game or so of the video is like the algorithm is going to push it if more people watch for longer in your video, right? So like for Hearthstone audience, the people who have been watching your videos are pretty much the people who are going to tune in. So the thumbnail grabbing isn't really going to matter too much to pull that audience, because they just need to know that it's you and they need to be interested in the deck. And so I think the biggest determining factor over whether or not they're going to be interested in the deck is whether or not the first bit of the video is entertaining enough to make them want to watch longer, and them watching longer pushes it to more people. So anyways, I just don't think specifically the thumbnail after a certain point matters that much. I'm the one who told you about the first match thing, but I don't specifically mean that. I'm wording it that way because of that, but like I mean like the first third of the video, you know, like if the beginning of the video or the first half of it or whatever, like the amount that people will normally watch, like if that is like entertaining enough to get people to watch some of it, like that's the part that matters. You know, like if people want to watch a good chunk of your video, watch time is what matters basically. As far as getting people to push it, I think the first game being long, that was the tip that was from you. Like, the people are likely to dip out after the first game, so that kind of plays into the watch time thing. It's like a different part of it, if that makes sense. But like, you can take that also with like non-gameplay videos, right? Like you want the first bit of like a tier list to be exciting, which is why I try to rush through the explanation at the beginning of a tier list. Is like I need to get into the meat of it, because if I actually do I do tab out of videos where like I queue in to see either a deck showcased, or I'll tune in to see a tier list or something like that, and the more the person explains something, the less likely I am to stick around, right? Like you want to have a really brief explanation and then get into it, you know, so that's exciting. Is that a live, laugh, mug? Love mug? No, it's just love. Like, can you see this? That we have a pair of them. I don't know where we got them, but it, like, I think it was maybe a wedding gift. If I don't choose Envy, are you guys gonna cry? I'll choose Envy. Why not? Decent hits. Wasn't the Libram I wanted to delete, though. Now the question is, do I play this? I kind of want to. I know we had Reno in hand, but like I didn't like the rest of it. And I like the idea of getting our cheap movement stuff. I watch every video 2 times. Does this change the statistics? Because technically I watch 30-minute video, but my watch time is 15. Fun fact, it actually does. Spiffing Brit did a segment on it. I think they patched it since that, though. Oh, like it's not supposed to, but it did. Interesting. I have no idea. The more I figure out about YouTube, the less I feel like I know about YouTube. It's a giant sea of and that's the other thing too, kind of like what Booger was saying, it changes. It's like they patch things and like everything you thought you'd learned is different. Right now, I have no idea what decks people want to see. Like a year or two ago, I had a really strong handle. Probably closer to 2 years ago. But like I had a really strong handle on what would be good. Like if I posted Control Warrior or Reno Warlock, the video would do well. I got a really strong sense of that. And if I posted Mage or Demon Hunter, the video would do poorly. Like it's no debate, it's just how it was gonna be. But I don't think that's as true as it used to be. I don't think that's as true in either case. Control Warrior tends not to do well anymore. Surprisingly. I think it's kind of bounced back. I don't know, but like last year specifically, I was like shocked. Like I couldn't get Arena Warrior to stick. But it's all very dependent on standard. I want to guess that half my audience at least mostly plays standard. That's my guess. Like half at least, because like what's good in standard tends to be what does poorly for me on YouTube. So, you know, a year ago, Reno Warrior was really strong in standard, and nobody wanted to watch it anymore. Chat, do I lose? Mildred doesn't do too hot for you anymore. Weird.
I cannot wait to read.
Yeah, I was going strong for a little while. Oh, what a good top deck. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I did 2, 3, 4, I would have 4 bits left over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would have 2 bits left over. So I mean, it doesn't really matter which direction I shoot this. My opponent's almost out of deck. Oh, wow, I wanted those. I wanted those. That's too bad. Oh well. It's always Hot Potato Druid. Hot Potato Druid has done well 2 times. 100% win rate. 100% Spagoo rank. That was actually a disaster for me, that Cold Feet. What was my plan against that Cold Feet? Is this gonna run out? Yeah. Oh, they played a new one. Hate to see it. Don't play any other minions. It's fine. They do have another showdown. Presumably. Some of these lists go 1 and 1, right? They've played 2 beams. Anyways. I could try to get beam. Should I go for res freeze or should I just play this? Because if they have showdown, they just win, right? So I kind of want to go for like res my Ziliax, get a freeze potion. So far, so bad. You can't give me either? Ugh. Man, that's so sad. Would standard players want to see popular archetypes that don't currently exist in standard, like Ramp Druid? So another thing that like doesn't I've like on and off success with Druid, and I've been trying to like stay clear of Druid these days because I think I posted too much of it and people got sick of it. But yeah, when I did another untapped potential the other day, and that did okay. But the problem with Ramp Druid and Wild is it lends itself very much to OTK decks, and those do not do well on my channel. People don't tend to watch that. I mean, like, that might not be true anymore, for all I know. Like, I don't know anything anymore.
I see you've brought guests. I see you've brought guests.
Reno Thief Rogue Win. That's definitely something I should play sometime. I feel like losing a lot. That's my opinion on Thief Rogue. Thunderfire. Is that like Underfire, but it's Thunderfire? Thunderfire! Everyone get down. We're Thunderfire. I've been having dumb fun with Shuffle Plague Leech Mild, okay? See, that's one where, like, I figured that one would be a hit. I thought, like, Control Leech Plague Death Knight was going to be the nuts for wild humans, but, you know, those videos did not do well. People did not like to see me play that. I was bummed out, because I enjoyed playing it a lot. Reno Plague DK has been the nuts on your channel. Maybe that's what I need to do, is just play as a Reno deck. It might be that, like, because I was playing it as a Gen deck. Maybe people just wanted to see more exciting stuff. I don't know. Somebody put it like it was, you know, it was drawn out, predictable gameplay, and I guess, like, I kind of agreed after I thought about it. Because, like, as part of, this is the one I wanted, but, like, it's Envy. I have to pick Envy, right? I kind of agreed. It's like, yeah, it is pretty predictable gameplay, and it's, like, really drawn out. So, like, I guess I could see how, you know, some people might not like that. But I was still sad. Yeah, so maybe sometime I'll try it as a Reno list. And then I can put in, like, different bombs, and it can be, like, somewhat varied gameplay. Back when they nerfed the Discover triple rune cards, I was playing Vampiric Blood DK, and the biggest health I got to was entertaining to me. I got hit, like, 120. That's funny. Yeah, I'm sad that, like, you can't discover the triple rune cards anymore. Like, I think that's an outdated rule. Man, you were supposed to hit this. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? You were supposed to just hurt my feelings. I think that's rude. Yay! How much pressure do you feel when you get into long games that you want to use for YouTube videos? Yeah, not gonna lie, sometimes when I'm in like a particularly long, exciting YouTube video or like game, and I don't win, I get bummed out because like I invested 25 minutes into this thing. And like it would have been a glorious video for YouTube, and then I end up losing, or in particular losing in a way that like isn't interesting. It is pretty sad. I do get bummed out. Chat. This is a problem for me. Zephy's? That's not Zephy's. Zephy's could be over here, though. Zephy's? Come on, Zephy's one time. Not looking like Zephy's to me. Reno is something. Reno Hero is something else. Very good. Alright, well, hopefully we live for a turn. Probably won't, right? Like, all I have to do is, like, lightning storm this and then we lose. Ah, no, the Lotheb was fine. Ah, the Lotheb was fine, chat. I could just played this. FML. Shuffle the sledges though. Reno Hero still would have worked. Reno Hero does not care about your current deck. But yes, that's true about Zephyrs. Didn't know that. Yeah, all the new ones, they go off of starting deck, not current. Majunia? Is that a Piccolo reference? What do you think about making a 4-mana 7/7 tier list? Oh, man. Maybe if somebody else makes it for me. Looking at Hemet is crazy when you compare it to Hungry Crab. Too true. Why don't they make more Murlocs? Because I was going to say, like, a Hemet Hungry Crab would be really strong, right? Like, it would be really good. But, like, you know, Hungry Crab is unplayable. Like, beasts are everywhere. You know, like, a ton of things are beasts. So, like, you know, 1 mana destroy a beast. That would get played. It will at least get played in ETCs, right? So your opponent plays Glug, you just ETC, get your Hungry Crab for beasts, and destroy it. Isn't Fractured Power just a worse wild growth? It is. Real and true. Don't do it. Okay. That's not hell yeah. I would like maybe some Defile or something. Is this gonna get Curator? They should make a 5-mana 4/4 Hungry Crab that destroys a weapon. Wait, that's too weak. Maybe steal the weapon? True. That's very true. They should do that. Somebody should. Ow. Ow. Defile? Ah, it tricked me. Thought it was gonna be Defile. Okay. Hey, Defile. Good to see you, I guess. Alright. Next turn I play this, and I'm pretty happy. If I'm not dead. We need a new straight to wild set. Yeah. I don't know that we do. It'd be cool if it was like actually designed for wild and like supported, you know, archetypes that weren't seen much, and like actually you know, wasn't trying to do something new, was like solely focused on revamping, you know, old archetypes that had already rotated. Like in the right context, you know, like I would love something like that, but if we got another one, I think it would still be for Twist. But I also just don't think we're going to. Like, I want, like, a reason this didn't get released in Standard, you know what I mean? Like, I don't just want a Standard set that Standard can't use. I want it to be like, you know, hey, we're supporting this funny old archetype that used to be around but isn't anymore. Should I use this while I can? But, like, what do I want for 6 mana? Tempo Enforcer? Should I get the Tempo Enforcer? I think I'm gonna do this and this. What do Magic sets do that are straight to Modern look like? Kind of like I described, I guess. A lot of it is just like having a good place to reprint important staple cards. Like Tarmogoyf was in like every single Modern Horizons set for like however long until it finally like dropped in price. But so like, it's a good place to reprint staples, but they do have like it's like the place that they can actually use old keywords, right? So that's what I really loved about Caverns of Time, and to a much greater extent the Modern Horizon sets, is like you can actually see keywords that don't normally get a chance to come back. You can actually see them come back, which is really cool. Maybe I can destroy some plagues? No? Fine. I'll just get this going. Bum bum bum. What Hearthstone keyword would you want to make a comeback? The keyword specifically I'm not too excited about, I guess. Like I'd be more interested in like archetypes returning. Librams was actually a big one for me. I always wanted that to have more support. I'm just gonna flush all that down the toilet, I guess. And alright, so if I do this, will my hand be full of plagues and reactivate my Reno? Looks like not. Unluckers. Like, we got one, but like we needed to hit a Frost Plague there too. Too bad. Really like Invoke. Invoke was a good one. Infuse was a good one. Invoke, I would put that in the... I would put Invoke in the, like, mechanic pile, though. It's not, like... I mean, I guess it was a keyword, but it was, like... You know, it was more like Galakron Parasitic Package keyword. I don't know. But, like, you could use it for things like Cthulhu. Like, Galakron and Cthulhu both invoke, but they just don't use the keyword for Cthulhu. So you could invoke something else. Alright, can I be done soon? Let me check. Oh, 7 minutes. Ugh, all my wins were really fast. It's already 140. Oh my goodness. What, Rinvoq for your arthritis? Yeah. What? You can invoke the elements? Word.
Ragnaros versus Rexa.
EPG gaming. Hi, Kazakis. Chat, I want this picture.
I see you've brought guests.
Like, I want a big poster of it to hang on my wall.
My eyes are upon you.
Chat, is this my favorite Hearthstone card? It might be. Might be. I lost a little bit of love for Shutterwalk. We're so separated from the days when going infinite with Shutterwalk was good. I also fell out of love with Lotheb for similar reasons. Like, what I liked about Lotheb was bouncing him a bunch with Shutterwalk. Oh. Those were my two most recent, like, official favorite cards. But yeah, like, I really love Kazakis. It's the one, like, bad card that I insist on still playing, you know? Like, there are a lot of other bad cards that I used to love that I don't play anymore because they're bad. But, like, I always play Kazakis in a deck that can. So. This is Imbue Hunter, I'm just now realizing. How do I feel about that?
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
Kazakis Golem Shaker is always a shoo-in for the fun of it. I do that too. Maybe Kazakis is just my favorite character. I don't know. So rude what my opponent's doing over there. For shame. For shame. 5 shame even. I'm scared of death. Probably. You know what I should do? Aside from attack the right minion, is I should play Theotar and steal whatever King Plush is getting juiced over there. That's what I should do. You could just not die, that's a way to win. Oh, that's a good point.
The roots lend strength.
I have not played Imbue since this card got buffed, huh? Did I? I don't remember. That's cool. Alright, give me... Alright, I'll see you later, opponent. Here, have Kazakis. Alright, it's my favorite. Alright, you can enjoy it. I'll take your favorite, you have my favorite, everybody's happy. If they don't kill the Theotar, I can do it again. That is a juiced up King Plush? Yeah. Maybe it might be fun to go back to after the mini set comes out for the draw card. True. I'll probably do play Imbue Druid at least once. Good luck. Enjoy your splooge. Why are all these games so fast? This is stressing me out. I won like, okay, so 11 and 5 minutes. We're only like halfway there. So this 143. And if I could get a 15-minute game, that would be amazing.
Ragnaros versus Lunara.
Beware the turning tides.
My power is a potato. Will we see Kazakis Martian stream instead of King Plush stream? I could do that, couldn't I? I think King Plush is funnier, like to look at as an icon in the corner.
I see you've brought guests.
I've kind of kept it there just because I've been doing it. Like when I do chem off, I've been doing it for so long. I feel like, why switch? Because at least, you know, like it's recognizable somewhat because a lot of people have seen it before. But I don't know, should I switch a card every time? Theming the card after the deck I'm playing doesn't work because sometimes I switch decks. Then I'd have to go find a new piece of art. To be fair, I wanted fast games. No, I didn't. He did Dr. Poom too. I thought it was funny. Yeah, that was good times. Good times. Sludge. What's my opponent up to? Are they playing Astral Communion? Bottomless toy chest makes me think Astral Communion. Show me what you got. Barnes! Okay, so this is like some kind of spooky Isiel druid. It's nice that we got the Barnes, but like, what if they Isiel me? My vote for a new Marshy VTube art is Brain Gill. There's no more fitting card. It is kind of pretty good, huh? Barnes in 2025, but I mean, like, it's important for that deck. It's like a real. They're not being goofy. That's like a deck. They Barnes to hit Isiel and then they destroy me. This allows me to play Theatar, which is important. Alright, up to you, Theatar. Oh, I forgot about Fractured Power. I didn't even need to do that. Alright, what you got? What you got? Guess I'll take that. You know that, I guess. I'm not happy about it, chat. Not happy about it. Rude. It's pretty funny. I just realized there's no Raise Dead in this deck. I think Raise Dead is still good in Renalock. I should pick like the worst card in here and put Raise Dead instead. Maybe Soulseeker? Soulseeker would be nutty right now though. Almost makes me wish I'd played this last turn in order to like find the Finley.
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
So I still have Beast, Murloc, and is the dragon gone? No, it's still in there. So I'm still gonna draw 3. So I guess I'm doing this. Stupid as it is.
The menagerie is for guests only.
But anyways, so now, next turn, if I don't overdraw Soulseeker, I can Finley to go hunt for Soulseeker. And then Soulseeker can win me this game. Akane seems pretty annoying for them though. They usually run a spell that lets them get it into play. Like there's an 8-cost spell that lets you discover a minion from your deck and put it into play. I think they run that too. So like, it's not going to be impossible. That does make me think they've drawn their SCL though. In which case I could Dirty Rat it. Unless Dirty Rat gets burned. Because we're getting a burn here. Symphony's fine. Alright, let's go see. We got the Dirty Rats. And we got the Soulseeker. Sick. Alright, well. I'll rat first, I guess. Nah, I'll Soulseeker first. Didn't work. So it is... Oh, you know what? Totally should have rat first, actually. Because now if I rat at all, I'm in trouble. I gloved up. I gloved up, chat. Poop. Well, okay, if I lose this, I deserve it. Hopefully Okani buys me one more turn. And then we just rat him. But, yeah, that's my fault. You know what they say, to glove up is to be human? True. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. I'll give them that much. Oh, are they going to be able to get the SEL down this turn? No. Definitely not.
Stay strong, expedition. Reinforcements on the way. I can't win them all.
Another perfectly played game by Martian Stool. Somehow that managed to be one of the longer ones we played too. It's kind of cool, I guess. Ba, ba, ba. That was 8 minutes? Sick. Okay, we need like one more. Then we're good. So 15, 19, 22, 24. Yeah, we need like one more that's like 6 minutes. How do you make Dirty Rat to give more agency and to be more fun? You know what you do is you have a 60 card deck and you can have 4 copies of card. And then you let Dirty Rat discover a minion in your opponent's hand. Because then you're not just instantly winning when you rat your opponent's only copy of their important card. You're like delaying, you're delaying the combo. And like, maybe you can do that multiple times, right? Like maybe you run 4 Dirty Rats, so you have to do it a few times. But then you can give agency to Dirty Rat by letting it discover a card in your opponent's hand. And you know, you just have to, you know, have to rat them a few times instead of just you rat it once and then if you hit it, you win. We need surgical extraction in Hearthstone. We sure don't. That would be so stupid. It's a great way to do it, yeah. So it's just like disruption in Hearthstone just doesn't work as well as it can in other games because of the copies of cards. Like the fact that you can only run 2 or 1 copies of something makes disruption way more brutal in Hearthstone than it is in any other game. Oh, I was expecting that to be objection for sure. Make Dirty Rat Death Rattle return the minion to your opponent's hand. Real. Give it the Bolner Theo effect, so it just randomly swaps a card from both you and your opponent's hand. So that was like the ask was increase agency and fun. Like maybe that would be fun for you, but it certainly wouldn't be more agency. I don't know why I did that when I could have played Symphony, if I'm honest with you guys. I'm just, you know, I'm one of those guys. Just, you know, comes out here, plays some cards, just to see what'll happen. You know, there's no rhyme, no reason. I'm just out here. Why do we need to change Rat in any ways? Did anyone say we need to change Rat? It was just a question. The reason that I think Guapo would want to change Rat is because Rat is a bummer way to lose. Like it's not even that exciting a way to win a lot of the time, right? Like the reason that Rat is exciting to win is because you need it in matchup. Like the matchups that Rat wins, you were gonna get destroyed by whatever the Rat ratted, and there was nothing else you could do about it, right? So like the experience Rat and the need for Rat, I think, are both unfortunate. Ooh, got both the buddies, and did I get a Reckless? No. But I got a good imbue card. Both the buddies was good. And that alone isn't enough to win, but yeah. What rank am I after reset? Rank 1 legend. We need that interaction in the game, sadly. Need is a strong word. Blarg, 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 blarg.
The menagerie is for guests only.
I wanted to do this, and I wanted it not to get objections. Like, I'm not excited about my 3 mana left over. Oh, we got the Sargeras. No, it's in hand. Bummer. So this is gonna get me Zilly or Velen. Velen is kind of nothing. Zilly was good though. I hate the TNT card that people play in Arena Warrior, but you need it at times. A twist format where you can run 4 of each card and it's a 60 card deck, 40 health sounds interesting. Yeah, that'd be fun. Probably. Counterspell? They're hard running a counterspell? That's crazy sauce. That's crazy sauce, chat. Alright. I want them to trade the Divine Shields off of those, so that I can do this and heal. So I guess I'll draw last, and then we'll burn a bunch of stuff for no reason. Can I get your Reckless Apprentices? No, but I can draw you into your Reckless Apprentice. Very good, very good. Hard run counterspell, what is this classic? I know, right? Real and true. Can you stop playing secrets, please? One time. every time. Chat, do you think it's objection? If I knew it wasn't objection, I'd be in such a nice spot right here. So I can't play Sargeras, unfortunately. Sacrifice that to the objection. Play this. And then maybe we'll be okay to play Sargeras next turn. Objection and Biomage is kind of tilted too. I think it's always tilting. Ow. Alright. So I can do this now, for all the good it does me. Is this like, I don't know. Should I put a Mindbreaker in these decks, I guess? Because then, then you have an option. The other thing is, especially with Curator to tutor the Murloc, you could run Grizzled Wizard Original Finley. I wish if you queue into Mage, you could get a free 0 mana 1/1 in your hands. Real. Theo him? I probably will. I probably will.
This is only the beginning. Insanity is no excuse for bad manners.
I think opponent doesn't have any other secrets. But oh, they do. Oh man. Hilarious. Well, there's another Reckless Apprentice in there somewhere. Reckless draws like a bajillion cards here, true, yeah. I don't know what my plan is, frankly, chat. My plan is to draw Soulseeker into their last remaining Reckless Apprentice, and then lose to them pressing their hero power a couple times. The fact that we burned both their buddies is the only reason we have a hope in this matchup. When they imbue, they get their hero power and progression on imbue back now. Oh, that's so true. You're so correct. Grizzly Wizard doesn't even work. Oh, do we just lose? I'm calling it there. Goodbye. Gotta go. Love you, chat. Stay cool.